तो पहली बार मिले थोड़े एडवर्सरियल कॉन्टेक्स्ट में मिले।
बिफोर शी जॉइन द फॉरेन सर्विस शी वाज ऑन द कवर ऑफ ईव्स वीकली। हमने देखा, मैंने कहा यार ये इंटरेस्टिंग combines very good looks, beauty with very good achievement, etc. So that started there. But what she's saying, adversarial की थोड़ी सी मैडम में अकड़ ज्यादा थी, अभी थोड़ी कम है। अच्छा, वक्त के साथ है, वक्त के साथ
नहीं। So he was a very handsome man. My mother once, when she first met him, मेरी माँ ने उनको देख के, उनके जाने के बाद कहा, कसा अडोनिस आहे ग।
वो भी बता दो, आप दादा ने क्या करा था हॉरोस्कोप में, वो भी बता दो। ले बता दो, अच्छा रहेगा।
जब मैंने अपनी माँ को बताया कि हरदीप जी से मैं शादी करने वाली हूँ, तो उन्होंने कहा कि बिल्कुल आप अब विड्रॉ कर लो इस रिलेशनशिप से। इनकी जो पत्री है बिल्कुल स्टैलिन की पत्री है।
हमारे एक मामा थे, उनके साथ एक था, ही टोल्ड हिम कि ये भुट्टो का केस मेरे पास है और मैं इसको फांसी दे दूंगा। उस समय nobody believed it.
I was Under Secretary Pakistan. It was also the time when General Zia took over. We stood in line. He greeted the jathedars with Jakhi Pappi, and then he stood in front of me and he वो ठहक के जैसे खड़े हो गए।
That one 1956 Sinhala Only Act made the Tamils second-class citizens overnight, and Panditji was welcoming it. Prabhakar was never able to make the transition from the AK-47 to a politician. उसने ये भी कहा, I have killed more Tamil boys than I have killed Sinhalese.
लक्ष्मी जी, आपके जो किताब है, that again has been talked about.
It's also a women's empowerment story.
Now it's a highly acclaimed, award-winning book.
I know.
Also getting into an OTT.
I know.
Yes.
In 3 weeks it became a bestseller.
Those are the days the UK had invoked what is called the virginity test of girls going from India to the UK. उसका जवाब जो मोरारजी का था ना, मजा आ गया. I remember Modi ji telling someone who told me, he said, देखो हमारी वजह से हरदीप को फॉरेन सेक्रेटरी नहीं बना.
I think in this case, women diplomats, officers, we have to prove ourselves, you know, much more than perhaps men are required. And indeed, I was able to prove, and we never looked back. The problem here in Japan is that he also said, you know, sari wearing Indian woman, how will they entertain, kind of thing. So, in fact, that became my calling card.
I was in Colombo. I got a phone call from Sanjay Bhavasar जी, अब जब आएंगे सीधे यहाँ आना, sitting all alone in the residence part, तो कल सुबह आ जाइएगा, and I'm not saying anything. नाश्ता इकट्ठा ही करेंगे, फिर आपको उसके बाद राष्ट्रपति भवन ले जाएंगे. Then he saw कि ये, you know, is not understanding. नहीं, उसके बाद राज्यसभा में ले आएंगे, बात किसी से नहीं करनी. तो मैंने कहा जी, मैं तो लक्ष्मी को भी नहीं बताऊँ. अरे भाई, मैंने कब बोला, लक्ष्मी को तो अभी बताना. वो मूर्ख वो जो युवा नेता है जो री लॉन्च मेनी टाइम, वो कह रहा है डेड इकोनॉमी, और बाहर का कोई अंकल कह रहा है, तुम उसको समझ तो लो क्या हो रहा है यहाँ पे.
I would say that, you know, he's been such a good father as well.
In my life, I give her the entire credit. She has held it together.
And he's a great champion of women's rights. Everybody supports women's participation in every sphere of life. And that's what makes us soulmates.
मेरा नाम शरद है और मैं आपसे एक सवाल पूछना चाहता हूँ. आपको क्या लगता है कि आपकी जो जर्नी है और आपकी जिंदगी में जो लोग आपसे जुड़े हैं, ये प्री डेस्टिन्ड था? लाइफ का एक सिग्निफिकेंट पार्ट पहले से ही तय था और उसके बाद वो खूबसूरत सोल्स आपकी जिंदगी में आए और मिलके आपने जुगलबंदी की और आपकी सोल यात्रा शुरू हो गई. हम सबकी जिंदगी कुछ ऐसी ही होती है ना, कुछ खूबसूरत लम्हे, कुछ खूबसूरत लोग सडनली हमारी जिंदगी में आ जाते हैं और फिर हमारी जिंदगी का रुख बदल जाता है. दैट्स व्हाट सोल यात्रा इज अबाउट. और आज दो बड़े खूबसूरत सोल्स की यात्रा को हम समझेंगे, डिस्कवर करेंगे. वो दो खूबसूरत लोग हरदीप पुरी जी और लक्ष्मी जी हैं हमारे साथ ऑन सोल यात्रा. वेलकम टू सोल यात्रा. बहुत बहुत स्वागत है. तो सोल यात्रा की जो शुरुआत है मैं उस लम्हे से करना चाहता हूं जब आप दोनों सबसे पहली बार एक दूसरे से मिले, मसूरी में तकरीबन 50 साल पहले। तो लक्ष्मी जी, पहले मैं आपसे पूछूंगा कि उससे जुड़ी क्या यादें हैं, वो हसीन सितम वक्त ने क्या किया?
आपने वो सही पकड़ा है। जो मैंने एक बार ट्वीट किया था
जी,
गीता दत्त जी के गाने के बारे में, और किस तरह हम लोग जब मसूरी में थे और जो पहली बार मिले तो थोड़े एडवर्सरियल कॉन्टेक्स्ट में मिले।
अच्छा।
हाँ, क्योंकि मुझे जर्मन मैंने मांगा था फर्स्ट कंपल्सरी लैंग्वेज, वी वर बोथ फॉरेन सर्विस ऑफिसर्स। तो और उन्होंने भी जर्मन मांगा था और उनको जापानी मिली और मुझे जर्मन मिला।
आपकी जीत हो गई।
जीत तो होनी थी। शी वाज द टॉपर ऑफ द बैच।
अच्छा।
If language allotments are done, technically number 2, language allotments are done according to your place in the seniority list, तो उनको तो मिलनी थी जर्मन। पर हम लोग मजे लेते थे बिकॉज शी अपीयर्ड एट दैट टाइम टू बी अ लिटिल बिट ऑफ व्हाट वाज कॉल्ड अ केटीपी। केटीपी मतलब कीन टाइप प्रोफेशनल, पुशी, वेरी सीरियस एंड और पहली मुलाकात हमारी मसूरी में नहीं हुई थी।
अच्छा। दिल में जो बात है वो जुबान पे है।
हाँ। वो नहीं, और बड़े अचीवमेंट ओरिएंटेड। सो शी वाज
कम लगा के,
और बिफोर शी जॉइंड द फॉरेन सर्विस शी वाज ऑन द कवर ऑफ ईव्स वीकली। तो जब हम लोग पहली बार हमारी मुलाकात हुई विदेश मंत्रालय में, वो अंडर सेक्रेटरी को मिलने गए अपनी असम्पशन ऑफ चार्ज रिपोर्ट, हमने देखा, मैंने कहा यार ये इंटरेस्टिंग कंबाइंस very good looks, beauty with obviously very good achievement, etc. So that started there. But what she's saying, adversarial की थोड़ी सी मैडम में अकड़ ज्यादा थी, अभी थोड़ी कम है।
अच्छा, वक्त के साथ
नहीं, आपने आके मुझे कहा कि तुम्हें कैसे जर्मन मिल गया, मुझे मिलना चाहिए था। मैं तो पढ़ा हूँ, मैं बचपन में बॉर्न में था, मैं तो स्कूल गया।
राइट टू विन मेरा।
हाँ, तो मेरा
मेरी कोई जरूरत हो ही नहीं सकती ऐसी बात करने की। हाँ, मैंने इम्प्लाई किया होगा, मुझे लगता है बाय राइट किसी को थोड़ी भाषा आती हो तो उसको ज्यादा सीखने का हक पहले होता है। बट एनीवे लॉन्ग स्टोरी।
उसके बाद
तो बट आपको क्या चीज इनकी अच्छी लगी? व्हाट वाज द थिंग दैट यू वर ड्रॉन टुवर्ड्स?
वो मैं अभी आपको, जब हम बात करेंगे फॉलोइंग द सन के बारे में, तो उसमें मैंने एक बात को उजागर किया है कि जब प्रेम होता है दोनों के बीच, एक तो होता है कि लव एट फर्स्ट साइट
जी,
तो आई थिंक आई वोंट से फर्स्ट साइट बट सेकंड थर्ड साइट वन कैन से। और दूसरी बात, सो उसमें क्या क्या डायमेंशंस होते हैं? एक तो फिजिकल अट्रैक्शन होता है, सो ही वॉज अ वेरी हैंडसम man
and still is,
no past tense means better put.
no but I'm talking about the past, so I'm framing it in the and he continues to be.
Yes,
but so he was a very handsome man. My mother once when she first met him, पहली बार मिले हमारे घर में, जब हम लोगों ने तब तक तय कर लिया था कि हम विवाह करने वाले हैं, और 2-3 महीने में हम लोगों ने ये तय कर लिया था। तो मेरी माँ ने उनको उनके जाने के बाद कहा, कसा अडोनिस आहे ग,
मतलब?
यू नो शी वॉज अ ग्रीक माइथोलॉजी।
सो ग्रीक वाला मैं सोच रहा मराठी में कोई वर्ड है?
मराठी में बोली
बट वो एडोनिस वाज द
इतना एडोनिस की तरह है
क्या?
तो एक तो वो था। दूसरा जो हिज ओरेटरी, हिज इंटेलेक्चुअल, his aura, he had and his aggression, in a very positive sense. That certainly was very attractive.
वो भी बता दो आपकी मदर ने क्या करा था हॉरोस्कोप में, वो भी बता दो। नहीं बता दो, अच्छा रहेगा।
नहीं, जब मैंने अपनी माँ को बताया कि हरदीप जी से मैं शादी करने वाली हूँ, तो उन्होंने कहा कि वो उनको बहुत विश्वास था, वो खुद एस्ट्रोलॉजर थी, मेरे दोनों पेरेंट्स।
अच्छा, वो खुद एस्ट्रोलॉजर?
हाँ, खुद, but not a professional one, but she was excellent. I mean, she was very.
Your father was also the vice president of the Astrology Society of
Society.
India. It's more than just
Astrological,
casual. They had a deep understanding of
both intellectual and intuitive. So उन्होंने कहा कि एकदम मुझे और हॉरोस्कोप पास करना है, तो टाइम, डेट ऑफ बर्थ, टाइम मुझे एकदम भेज दो। फिर 2-3 दिन बाद मैं क्लास में थी, तो मुझे उन दिनों वो ट्रंक कॉल आती थी।
जी, बिल्कुल।
यू नो, इवन इंटरसिटी कॉल्स वर काइंड ऑफ ट्रंक कॉल।
एब्सोल्युटली।
सो आई वाज कॉल्ड आउट ऑफ क्लास।
आप तो घबरा गए होंगे?
हाँ, मैं
बड़ी
घबरा
बात है
गई
ट्रंक कॉल आ
थी।
जाना।
मेरी माँ ने कॉल किया, दे सेड योर मदर इज कॉलिंग अर्जेंटली, शी वांट्स टू स्पीक टू यू। तो फिर जब मैं बाहर आई तो उन्होंने कहा कि तुम इस रिश्ते में कितने दूर तक चली गई हो? तो मैंने कहा फार इनफ। क्यों, क्या हुआ? तो उन्होंने कहा कि बिल्कुल आप अब विड्रॉ कर लो इस रिलेशनशिप से, इनकी जो पत्री है बिल्कुल स्टैलिन की पत्री है, वो तुम्हें एकदम पनपने नहीं देगा, तुमको बिल्कुल ही सप्रेस कर देगा तुम्हारी पर्सनालिटी को। और एंड ऑफ कोर्स वी डोंट वांट दैट, नॉर डू यू। So I said no, but I don't think I can withdraw from this relationship now. So she said, अच्छा ये पता करो कि एग्जैक्ट टाइम क्या है।
अच्छा, कि गुंजाइश है कि हो सकता है,
हाँ, कि हो सकता है कि
डेट गलत
borderline। So फिर he got back to his mother।
आपने बता दिया था स्टैलिन वाली बात उनको?
हाँ, बिल्कुल बताया।
मैंने कहा स्टैलिन का मेरा तो कुछ रिश्ता ही नहीं है स्टैलिन के साथ। Anyway, then we asked my mother what the time was, and
तो
that
फिर
was
वो थोड़ा टाइम करेक्शन के कारण बहुत एमिलियरेट हो गया।
Oh, good.
So no, but that was one of the, you know, what shall we say, the high-low moment of the progression in that relationship.
और आपको इनकी क्या बात अच्छी?
देखिए ऐसा
But
है,
if I may just complete that, and then there was, I think, the aesthetic linkage. You know, we both loved beautiful things, though
Literature.
poetry, yes, literature. But I used to always tease him that he is prosaic and I'm more poetic. And you know, we used to have those kind of. But sometimes opposites attract also, and then you somewhere converge.
Yes.
You know, so that is also there. And I think there was an element of, and we also the spiritual side. हाँ, आध्यात्मिक भी थोड़ा बहुत होता है, तो वो भी एक था। But please go ahead.
आपको
no, I don't think my attachment or our getting married was based on Janam Patri or anything like that. I had very little understanding of astrology or the configuration of the stars. I have always found companionship and relationships with people with whom I have more a mental compatibility. Now, if you can find that in someone who's also professionally in a convergence belt with you, and who's also very attractive. I mean, she's still very attractive, but if you look at those photographs of those periods, then it's a thing. But I must confess, it's not first or second, third sighting. I have very strong intuitions. When something is not going right, I will be often, and she will bear this out. We've been married over 50 years. I have always my instincts and intuition. Instinct is something more immediate. Intuition is something that you develop, but it has both very strong likes and dislikes. So I'm pretty good at judging people.
वो उस वक्त से ही आप में वो सेंस थी?
I had the strength. No, I've had the strength earlier also, but you know, it slowly it comes.
Slowly it comes.
It's a second kind of that you back up the pros and cons of any proposition by understanding the context.
Absolutely.
कौन किस context में क्या कह रहा है?
बिल्कुल.
Partly it's your academic training, partly, but these are intake. So it did not take long but it was not instant. I must say, in the first, if you have a 4-month academy, took 15, 20 days, 3 weeks, 1 month, and then, but once I had made up my mind, then it was returning. But unlike her case, but actually both families, I mean, a very close friend of ours, is a very well-known journalist. I'll name him, Ryan Karanjewala. His father-in-law is the famous Justice Tarkunde. So Manik, Ryan's wife, very often reminds us and our friends when we are together that Justice Tarkunde's wife said, Mr. Murdeshwar's daughter is marrying a Sardar. Do you know? For them it was very strange.
Absolutely.
But she said, and it came very soon after Justice Tarkunde was telling everybody, Mr. Murdeshwar's daughter has topped the IAS exam, topped the foreign service, and after that he's marrying a Sardar. That was bewilderment bordering on ये क्या कर रहा है यार, ये क्या कर रही है, मतलब अच्छी वाली बहुत अच्छी फैमिली से आती है और क्या सरदार के साथ कर रही है. हमारे यहाँ बिल्कुल उल्टा था. हमारे पेरेंट्स आर absolutely opposed to the marriage. Now,
but by the way, just in the interest of full disclosure, my parents were not opposed.
They were not opposed to the marriage. That's what I'm saying. They just said,
as I told you, it was very positive.
Positive. My parents' case, after they got to know her, then she became the favorite. I became, But initially, I think it was a bit of not a cultural thing so much. The North Indian, South Indian, Maharashtrian, it was not that much. My mother, partly. But my mother's point was, she was the wife of somebody in the external affairs, a diplomat. And she said, क्या तुम ambassador बन जाओगे, वो भी ambassador होगी, entertain कैसे करोगे, ambassador's life revolves around, frankly, it's not just an ambassador's life. We are made like that. I mean, I think, I normally don't like to talk of first person, but if you look at the entire Council of Ministers or the cabinet, we have events more often than anyone else, that's how we made. Yeah. So, I had to explain to my mother that I don't think you're dependent on, an ambassador is dependent on his wife for cooking. लेकिन उस ज़माने में होता था. अब जब हमारे फादर की पहली पोस्टिंग जर्मनी में थी और एम्बेसडर के घर में अगर पार्टी हो रही हो जैसे दिवाली की, तो सारे ऑफिसर्स की वाइफ समोसे बनाते थे, अपने घर से ले जाते थे. वो दूसरा जमाना. अब नहीं होता है. अब अभी somebody समोसा वाला will come and make them or you will get them from Bengali market directly. No.
तो वो practical point के.
No, it was partly practical, but also I'll tell you, I am not at all reluctant to admit it. I was in a Sikh community is very small.
Absolutely.
हमारे बैच में 3-4 सरदार आ गए, 5 सरदार आ गए फॉरेन सर्विस में.
And he was very eligible.
No, तो हमारी कम्युनिटी के प्रेशर जो थे, जो बड़े बड़े वेल नोन फैमिलीज, वो हमारे किसी के बाद आके तो उनको ये लगा होगा यार इतने इतने अच्छे रिश्ते आ रहे हैं, किसी ने अननोन के साथ कर रहा है, डज ही नो व्हाट इज डूइंग. बट इन फेयरनेस टू माय पेरेंट्स, टू माय रिलेटिव, once they got to know her, then the rest it never, those questions didn't come. But since your question was on how it happened, it was not first, second, third sight. It happened, took a little time, but it was a more mature appreciation of what one was getting into.
Yeah,
but if you compare it to what happens now, it was really chat.
I agree with
because
you. These days people go around. Yeah.
We decided within a month and a half.
That's what I said. That 3 weeks
that we are moving from, being lovers to wanting to get married. It was very quick.
True.
Because the way you intellectually processed it.
We were the youngest entrants at 21. We were 22 years old at that time.
When we got married.
Yeah. क्या बात है. और इसीलिए शायद ये सब चीजें तय होती हैं और ये इतने quickly, things begin to move. अब थोड़ा सा आप.
But just also to say that आपने शुरू किया ये कह के कि पता नहीं 2 souls कैसे आ जाते हैं साथ. I often wonder, and both of us also wonder now after all these years, how could we
from different worlds.
From different worlds.
Yeah.
Yes, both of us were born and brought up in Delhi. Yes, we came from families who moved into Delhi.
Yes.
My parents were from Maharashtra and North Canada. His came from, West Punjab. So, and Pakistan, Rawalpindi and Peshawar. So, but apart from that, and we went to Delhi University. But otherwise, culturally, we were from a
Very
different
different.
universe.
जी
And yet, to be attracted, to be, to, choose, to commit so soon and so instantly
Yes.
was indeed, जो सितारों की
mystery.
गर्दिश.
Yeah,
It's a mystery.
it's a mystery.
And सितारों की गर्दिश.
क्या बात है, खूबसूरत, सितारों की गर्दिश। थोड़े आपकी फैमिली बैकग्राउंड के बारे में जानना चाहूंगा लक्ष्मी जी। टेल अस अबाउट योर फैमिली, माहौल कैसा था घर में?
So, my father was, he retired as law secretary, and he was a feminist. And so was my mother. She was amongst the pioneers in women's education, one of the earliest graduates.
I believe the
wherever.
first
And
law graduate in Maharashtra, is that true?
no, she was one of the first graduates.
Graduates?
From Elphinstone College, women graduates. Her sister was the first postgraduate. My mother could not complete her law studies, but she was one of the first law students. So that is the background. But so they were very intellectually oriented, household, literary, and all of that has come into my
तो
novel.
किताबों की बात होती
हाँ,
थी,
हाँ,
लिटरेचर की बात
हाँ,
होती थी।
जी. And also, we were 3 sisters, and our parents had made sure that each one of us must stand on our own feet. कि आपको हर एक को अपने आप में कुछ बनना है।
वो वैल्यूज शुरू से ही
शुरू से
क्योंकि वो जमाना बहुत अलग था।
बहुत अलग था।
टू हैव दैट थॉट,
हाँ,
इट्स वेरी इंटरेस्टिंग।
नहीं, and so we were also taught that you have to find your own path. And so what happened, because I was born to them when they were 45. I was the unexpected last child. तो उनके एक तरह से मेरे से ज्यादा एक्सपेक्टेशन से थे। पहले तो मैंने सोचा था कि मैं डॉक्टर बनूंगी, क्योंकि जब मेरा जन्म हुआ तो मेरी माँ का सिजेरियन ऑपरेशन हुआ और डॉक्टर ने मेरे फादर से पूछा कि डू यू वांट टू सेव योर वाइफ और योर चाइल्ड। इतनी नौबत आ गई थी, तो उन्होंने कहा कि नहीं, दोनों को बचाइए। नहीं क्या, तो फिर उन्होंने कहा कि अच्छा मेरे वाइफ को आप बचाइए, मेरे मालती को बचाइए। तो वो बात हुई थी।
मालती,
हाँ, सो माय मदर वॉज greatly impressed by the woman doctor, the gynecologist who had saved us both. तो वो कहती थी डॉक्टर बनना है, तो मैं डॉक्टर बनना चाहती थी। मैंने एडमिशन भी ले ली थी। आई हैड गॉट प्री मेड एडमिशन इन दिल्ली यूनिवर्सिटी, एंड देन माय फादर सडनली ही वाज रिटायरिंग व्हेन आई वाज जॉइनिंग कॉलेज। उन्होंने कहा कि भाई 8 साल लगेंगे तुम्हें अपने पैर पर,
बड़ी लंबी यात्रा है।
बहुत लंबी यात्रा है, तो तुम फॉरेन सर्विस क्यों नहीं ज्वाइन कर लेते। देन ही काइंड, उन दिनों हम सुनते थे अपने पेरेंट्स,
बिल्कुल वो जमाना अलग था।
और शुक्र है कि हम सुनते थे, एंड आई हैव नो रिग्रेट। तो फिर मुझे उन्होंने कहा तुम हिस्ट्री ऑनर्स करो, फिर एलएसआर में हिस्ट्री ऑनर्स किया। फिर ये भी कहा उन्होंने कि डोंट वेट फॉर फिनिशिंग योर एमए, एकदम 21 जब तुम क्वालिफाई करती हो उसी समय आप अप्लाई करो और अपियर करो। और फिर सो आई अपियर्ड एंड फॉर्चुनेटली आई गॉट इन टू द सिविल सर्विसेज एज द यंगेस्ट एंट्रेंट। तो वहां से फिर वो जर्नी शुरू हुई।
हरदीप जी, आपके परिवार का क्या माहौल था और वो अर्ली डेज कैसे थे?
देखिए, ऐसा है, आई वॉज बोर्न 5 years आफ्टर we became an independent country. Our family was well-to-do in pre-partition India. But they came with nothing. Both sides, my mother's side and my father's side. My father's side in particular, मैं आपको अपने फादर साइड का फैमिली ट्री दिखाऊं तो मेरे great grandfather was the Surgeon General in Rawalpindi. I mean, under the British administration, you couldn't go higher than the Surgeon General.
Highest post possible for an Indian.
My grandfather was an educationist on both sides.
जी.
If you look at his children, I mean his sons, my eldest Chacha, my Tauji, my father's elder brother was a civil servant, had a very distinguished record. I mean, but they joined at the starting point because they came away from the partition. My father was teaching in Gordon College, Lahore. तो उनको फैमिली को खड़ा करना था, बाकी बहन भाई थे, तो पहली जो नौकरी मिली उन्होंने ले ली।
सर्वाइवल की बात
थी। तो ही जॉइंड एट अ लोअर रैंक एंड डिड वेल।
मेहनत करके
हिज एल्डेस्ट ब्रदर सरदार स्वरूप सिंह पुरी retired as an additional secretary. My father did well also, held diplomatic assignments, etc. But there was a time when he joined service, he used to cycle to office.
Achha.
So it's not as if we came with the money. But if you look at the family in the past, there's a great lineage there.
Absolutely.
Out of his brothers, one was in the IAS with chief secretary, was ambassador in Brussels. Another one was chief engineer. So they all, education ki kami nahi. If you look at my generation, I joined the foreign service, my brother was in the IAS, one of my cousins is in the foreign service, and you know, the family is full of generals and so on, so there's no issue there.
Yeah.
But my getting into the foreign service was a little different story. I did well in the university. I stood first at the B Honours History level. I got a first in MA. I got a teaching job in St. Stephen's College. बीच में private sector भी try कर लिया, Hindustan Lever. I got in on the first attempt, joined the foreign service. Now, if I look back at my career, this is what I wanted then, and I managed to get in time. बीच में I had applied for a scholarship.
जब आप कहते हो this is what I wanted, वो क्या चीज थी? मतलब what were you seeking?
मेरा ऐसा था मैं उस समय मैंने हिंदुस्तान लीवर ज्वाइन कर लिया। हिंदुस्तान लीवर की स्टार्टिंग पे उस समय अगर आप मैनेजमेंट ग्रेजुएट थे तो 1000 रुपए महीने थी, अगर आप मैनेजमेंट ग्रेजुएट नहीं थे तो 900 रुपए थी। मुझे उन्होंने 900 पे स्टार्ट करवाया और मैं जब उसको छोड़ के आया और सेंट स्टीवेंस कॉलेज में नौकरी शुरू की तो 400 रुपए पे, और अगर जब मैं आईएएस ज्वाइन की वो भी 400 रुपए पे थी। तो मैंने हिंदुस्तान लीवर क्यों छोड़ा? I put it like, I is a great company today. I mean, people who joined many years later became chairman of Unilever also.
Absolutely.
Like Ajay Banga's brother, Windy and all that. No, but I thought, when I'm 40 and I want to look back at my life, what will I draw satisfaction from? Will I draw satisfaction from the fact that I pushed up the sale of Dalda by 40% or that I've introduced a new product line, soap? Or you know, we had those food products, then Hima peas or what, I don't know. I said, no, I want to do something. And galat fahmi thi ki agar sarkari naukri karne se you can make a difference. In some ways it's right also.
That's true.
And I joined the foreign service, but I must say, there must be some divine
force at work.
Force that I got assignments where I had an opportunity to do something. मैंने लॉ फॉरेन सर्विस में बहुत किसी से पूछा, 1956 बैच में हमारे सीनियर कॉलीग से यूपीएससी के चेयरमैन ने पूछा, एंड मिस्टर आई वोंट टेक हिज नेम, व्हाई डू यू वांट टू जॉइन द फॉरेन सर्विस? ही सेड बिकॉज आई वांट टू कंबाइन पेट्रियोटिज्म विद रेजिडेंस अब्रॉड. तो मेरे में रेजिडेंस अब्रॉड वाज नॉट दिस वन. As a child, I had, as a 5-year-old, my father was posted in Germany.
वो exposure तो मिल गया.
वो तो already था. Then I used to visit him in Laos.
And Birmingham.
Before I joined the foreign service, मेरा BA result आया तो I was on a children's holiday passage with my parents in Birmingham. तो मुझे उस चीज की वो नहीं थी कि ये बाहर घूमना, but मुझे लगा कि foreign service में कुछ contribute कर सके, and I was fortunate. God has been kind. I got assignments where I could do a little work. Yeah.
Great. तो let's talk about your early stints. मैं जापान के आपके स्टिंट के बारे में जानना चाहता हूँ. तो वो स्टिंट आई थिंक early 70s, 75, 74, 75 में
75 to 77, 78.
76 January to 78 October to be exact.
उससे जुड़ी क्या यादें हैं और क्या दे गया वो स्टिंट आपको?
एक तो we were so impressed by Japan. It had just emerged as one of the most dynamic economies, overcome all the, the humiliation of Second World War, and built themselves up from ground up. And so it was a resurgent Japan that we
There was
went
a lot of
into.
optimism
Yes.
and
And that thing about, oh, hum Germany mein gaye, everything disappeared the moment we landed. The only issue initially was language, but then we had gone there to learn the language first. So for 1 year we were language trainees together. And then after that we joined the mission. So of course, as a woman officer, initially when I was told that you are going to be doing head of chancery, administration and political external, which is basically observation, you don't really interact and go into the political scene of Japan and society. So I protested with my ambassador Eric Gonzalez, who was a very, I must say, a very liberal man, and he would entertain such protests. So I said, no, I'm not going to take it up. Why can't Hardeep ji do that? I want to do press and communications.
more front facing.
More public facing and front facing. So he said, but you see, I would have given you that, but the problem here in Japan is that all the editors of newspapers, those days there was no social media, but newspapers were the main, and
the editors
NHK
were
TV
big people.
and TV.
Yeah.
So they are all, the old-fashioned patriarchal men. And my colleague, he talked about the French ambassador, told me how he had failed miserably when he appointed his woman colleague as French press attaché, and she got no access, she was totally ineffective. So I don't want you to face that. So I said, okay, give me 2-3 months. Give me even 2 months, and if I don't succeed, okay, I become head of chancery. So he gave me that chance.
वो जिद आप में तब से ही थी कि वो मैं करूंगी और मैं कर दिखाऊंगी.
No, absolutely, because I think women officers, in this case, women diplomats, officers, we have to prove ourselves. Much more than perhaps men are required. And we were also in the early days of women professionals into many of these services. We were only 5%. We are now only marginally more, 13-14% at different levels. But, so we have to prove ourselves. So we said, I said, give me this time. And indeed, I was able to prove, and we never looked back. I mean, we had, all the doors were opening whenever, you see, Japanese speaking, and also, of course, at that time, and this is going to be in my book on the sari, that he also said, sari wearing Indian woman, how will they entertain, kind of thing. So, in fact, that became my calling card. Japanese speaking Indian woman coming in and very aggressively wanting to engage.
Wow.
Doors opened.
Beautiful.
And then I positioned India in the way that I wanted to at that time, of course the cultural side, but also as an economic partner.
When she was going through this, and I'm sure थोड़े कुछ turbulent period भी होगा, क्योंकि self doubt भी आ रहा होगा.
Yes.
So how were you helping her out?
No, but it's very interesting. You see, she's put it very well. She's given you the snapshot picture. I just want to add a context. It was Japan in transition. They had, she used the word humiliation. They had a scarring experience in the Second World War.
That's true.
That was also the time when the Japanese were negotiating a treaty with the Chinese, where the sticking point was an anti-hegemony clause. So there was a lot of that going on. But Japan was changing also. And you could see the rapidity of that change. वो हम बात कर रहे हैं 1976, 77 की, 78 की. Today they have a lady prime minister.
That's true.
So, that transition.
Yeah.
But I think what she's succeeded in doing admirably is that she was able to utilize an absolutely new, a novel approach in order to make contact. And her press contacts were fantastic. Now the advantage, since I was doing Japanese internal political, I was able to meet the the people in the Shakaito, that is the Socialist Party, the Jimento, the Liberal Democratic Party, and so on and so on. So even the Kusanto, the Communist Party, I was able to get around. So, and I think there's something that she has always done and put to very good use. We used to, even as third secretaries, second secretaries, we used to entertain at home. And the Japanese love food.
Love hospitality.
So once you break that barrier, once you call them to their house, even though we had our first house in Ogikubo was a very modest place, but they all came, they all...
But once you
joined the mission, Matto Azabu, we had a very big flat, etc. And once you entertain, then there are no barriers.
Then there are no barriers.
यहाँ पे क्या होता है कि even in advanced society, either you employ lobbyists or say, but if you are able to establish contact with people, then there's, being a woman is not a disadvantage. In fact, it can be an advantage also.
Absolutely.
Because people don't think that you are, aggressive. Men can be very aggressive. So I think that was a very interesting phase. And I personally think the tenure in Japan, for me, the lasting benefits of that have been that I'm very, in some ways, very humble. मैं अगर मेरे को कोई तारीफ करता है किस चीज की, I always say कि मेरे को ये कहाँ से मिली है. Because I believe in mentors. We were fortunate, the first ambassador, Eric Gonzalez, she was saying she argued with them. They adopted her as their daughter. It's a fact. I used to find them, तुम्हारे बड़ी favoritism मिलती है यार. No, I was the son-in-law. But they adopted all professionals.
Yes.
They were very fortunate in ambassador. Second thing, the experience in Japan taught me the value of time. Even now, if you see my thing, when we started, I asked you what time will we start, what time, because
Absolutely.
if I'm getting late, I'd rather tell the other person. I'm one minister who does not have people lining up to meet me. I'm busy throughout the day, but the timelines are clear.
Sacrosanct.
But more than that, I think the Japanese experience taught me also the value of organization. You see, Western society, especially Western liberal society, is all about individuals who can be brilliant and mavericks. But that individual maverick doesn't get you anywhere. To that extent, I must say, Modi ji's, his ability to look at something, what is an event, where is the party involved, where are you taking this thing. My first experience on that was Japan. Because, let me tell you, discipline to the core, time, punctuality. If you go in somebody time 7 o'clock, you can be looking out of their window, they're already lined up outside. They will not come in till it's exactly 7 o'clock, they'll ring the bell and then they'll all come in. Take off their shoes and put on their slippers which are there. And they're pretty clear. Dinner 7 o'clock and 9 o'clock they'll all be getting ready to, with time their train leaves, etc. And complete organization. The third, which is the most thing, is society is cushioned. When a Japanese meets you, if you are the senior person, the other guy will bow a little more. And they show respect to each other. हमारे यहाँ भी है, you take respect किसी के आप दिवाली में जाओगे कुछ अपने तरफ से, but बहुत they've converted it into a fine art. मैं उस जमाने की बात कर. That also teaches you that unless totally necessary, avoid confrontation. Consensus. Exactly. अगर आपकी बात मुझे नहीं पसंद आए, I listen to you, take note, then अगली की बात करो, उसमें product decision making slow हो जाती है, but एक बारी चल जाए. अभी अलग चीज है. Japan now is a society जहाँ पे demographic disadvantage हो गया है, age etc. because the reproductive rate and newer people are. For us, at this stage, when we have a massive demographic advantage, when our mean age is 29, for us to be imbibing those things, skilling is another thing. Japan में, my God, उनके, आप लक्ष्मी ने बात कर रही थी आपको, how it was a resurgent this thing, but what was it based on? It was based on reclaiming their self-respect, skilling, hard work, and then organization.
And technological innovation.
Their R&D budgets used to be phenomenally high.
Absolutely.
And they also proved that unless you put money back into research, the rest won't work.
Absolutely.
And today we are beginning to do those things. But as I said, we are at a very interesting thing. एक बारी मैंने थोड़ी सी shaky, which I normally try to avoid with my boss. I said, sir, हमारी जो ये I was urban affairs minister for 7 years, so I think हमारी metros टोक्यो से अच्छी हैं. So he had looked at me, gave me one look and put me in my place. He said, आप इन्हें उन्हीं से तो सीखा है. उनकी अच्छी थी, you build on top of that. Which is correct. Which is correct. So my point is there is so much learned, but we are talking about what we learned in our first posting as language trainees, and it's not a full posting because you do a year of language, then you did another year and a half, and so on.
But it's
lasting impression.
Immersion. Yeah.
क्या बात है, अमेजिंग. एंड आपने जो बात कही, इट इज यू नो वेरी इंटरेस्टिंग दैट दिस इज प्रोबेबली द टाइम दैट वी नीड टू स्टडी जापान मोर देन एवर.
100%. And that was the Prime Minister's emphasis. His personal relationships with successive Prime Ministers, ये तो अभी आए हैं जो नहीं है. उसके पहले जो जापान के प्राइम मिनिस्टर्स थे, मोदी जी 11, आबे सान को तो बहुत ही खास थे, बट बाकियों के साथ भी, इशिदा सान ऑल्सो. ही, आई थिंक, Prime Minister had also, I think, visited China and Japan early this thing, and he has had this,
experience.
Not just
that uncanny
understanding of traditional societies and where old cultures are involved, etc. And I think he is also perhaps one person I know who knows the interface between reclaiming your heritage and past, having a pride in it, and utilizing that for accelerated economic development.
And that's a fine balance.
Virasat or Vikas.
That's exactly. You put it exactly, and it comes. Those are the building blocks for it.
क्या बात है, बहुत खूबसूरत. हरदीप जी, आपका जो करियर है, इट हैज बीन फिनोमिनल. 6 प्रधानमंत्रियों के साथ आपने बहुत क्लोजली काम किया. मोरारजी देसाई 1978 से अगर हम शुरू करें, तो 2-3 ऐसे इनिशिएटिव्स जो आपके दिल के बड़े करीब है. व्हेन यू लुक एट योर करियर.
इंटरेस्टिंग वाली बताता हूँ.
इंटरेस्टिंग.
मोरारजी देसाई दिल में तो मेरी बड़ी चीजें हैं, पर वो इंटरेस्टिंग बता. मैं 1978 में, हम अक्टूबर में लौटे टोक्यो से, और मुझे विदेश मंत्रालय की एक्सटर्नल पब्लिसिटी डिवीजन में मुझे OSD PR लगाया गया.
अच्छा.
ये साउंड टाइटल तो बड़ा हाई साउंडिंग है, ऑफिसर ऑन स्पेशल ड्यूटी PR, और मैं अंडर सेक्रेटरी. पहले दिन ही फाइल जब ऊपर गई, मैंने प्रेस रिलीज ऊपर गई फाइल, तो मैंने OSD PR साइन किया. तो उस मेरे बॉस थे श्री वत्स पुरुषोत्तम, आउटस्टैंडिंग ऑफिसर, पास्ट हुए. ही रोड बैक, मार्क्ड इट एज US PR. तो मेरे पास US PR आया, तो मैंने कहा, अरे मैंने साइन OSD किया, मैं डिमोट हो गया हूं क्या? तो मैं अपने एक डायरेक्टर साहब थे, उनके पास गया. महाजन साहब थे, IFSB के थे, बहुत बड़े. वो कह रहे, मैं बात करता हूं पुरुष से. पुरुष, ये वी हैव अ न्यू ब्राइट ऑफिसर. ही सेड, हाँ, आई चोज हिम. हम फूक ले रहा था वो, मैंने जो भी है. कहता, वो यू डाउनग्रेडेड हिम टू US. तो ही सेड, ही इज एन अंडर सेक्रेटरी. उसने कहा, उसका पहला वाला भी तो अंडर सेक्रेटरी था, उसको OSD. उसका इतिहास क्या था मैं बताऊं, कि अभी हम लोग इमरजेंसी के सिस्टम से निकल रहे थे. जून 75 में इमरजेंसी लगी थी, मार्च 77 में वो होता, और मैं गया 78 में अक्टूबर में. तो OSD स्पेशल ऑफिसर ऑन स्पेशल ड्यूटी PR का काम ड्यूरिंग द इमरजेंसी ये भी था, ये कौन क्या डिस्पैच भेज रहा है IB लोगों के साथ इंटेल पूरा करना. तो उसलिए वो टाइटल में, तो जॉइंट सेक्रेटरी वाज करेक्ट. पर महाजन साहब ने उनको ये समझाया कि भाई उसमें ऐसे होगा, जो बाकी जो लोग जिनके साथ पत्रकार जो होंगे डील करने, वो समझेगा इस किसी जूनियर आदमी को लगा दिया. तो उसने कहा, बिल्कुल ठीक है. उसने OSD PR में लगा. तो one of the earliest visitors was a man called Alexander Chancellor.
अच्छा.
और XP डिवीजन का एक प्रोग्राम होता था, फॉरेन जर्नलिस्ट को यहां बुला के खाओ खिलाओ पिलाओ घुमाओ. तो आपकी प्रेस है, वो अलेक्जेंडर चांसलर आया. He was the editor of a British, I think, weekly or fortnightly called The Spectator. Very sharp this thing. तो मेरी ड्यूटी लगी, मुझे पूछा गया कि आप इनको दिल्ली में घुमाओगे या इंडिया भी घूमोगे. मैंने कहा, इंडिया घूमने का मेरा काम कौन करेगा यहाँ पे. तो इसलिए जैसे अभी कभी हमारे दोस्त यार कहते कि यार 4 दिन वहां लगाओ, 4 दिन. मैंने कहा, यार 4 दिन मैं लगाता हूं, और मैं टूरिज्म पर मेरे को कुछ काम भी करना है. अच्छा, एनीवे, तो मैं उनको मुरारजी भाई के पास लेके गया, और बड़ा इंटरेस्टिंग. Those are the days that the UK had invoked what is called the virginity test of girls going from India to the UK.
Oh.
Acha. Because, a lot of people, girls are getting married, wo visa was some. So, interview went well, very polite, etc. Mr. Chancellor, I told him, and the Prime Minister is a very serious and, he's a very old world politician. So I just left it. मैं तो कह नहीं सकता पत्रकार आपको बोलता हूँ ये सवाल पूछो ना पूछो. मैंने कहा जो मर्जी आप पूछना है, पर थोड़ा सा उसने पूछ लिया. उसने ये कहा कि, and Mr. Prime Minister, I see a storm in the Indian press on ये जो Indian girls being subjected to. उसका जवाब जो मुरारजी का था ना, मजा आ गया. Man, I would have wanted to clap sitting there.
क्या बोले?
वो क्या है कि straight face with a glowing face. कागज में देख के उसका नाम, Mr. Chancellor, I would be inclined to invoke reciprocity, but I am told in your culture they lose their, पता नहीं कुछ बोला, much before they start. I saw that man was. मैं बाहर निकला मुरारजी के ऑफिस से, प्रकाश शाह उनके जॉइंट सेक्रेटरी थे. मैं उनके पास,
in your culture this would not work.
वही तो बोला यार. This is what he said, Lakshmi, and but he said it with a degree of elegance. मैं तो I was
grace.
With grace. मैं प्रकाश शाह के बाद गया, मेरे को पूछा कि तुमने सवाल क्यों पूछना दिया. प्रकाश तू सवाल क्यों. मैं रोक सकता हूं. फिर वो काम डाउन कहता अभी करना क्या. मैंने कहा उसने ये बोला, उसने बोला. पहले तो वो कहता कि जब चलने दो साले, इसमें है क्या चीज वगैरह. मैंने कहा सर इसका ये कहता अच्छा यूज योर चार्म. तो मैं इसको कमरे लाया, उसको बोला मैंने हैव यू हैड लंच. ही सेड यू नॉट ब्रॉट मी हियर फॉर दैट, यू वुड मेक एन अपील. तो मैंने कहा प्लीज डोंट यूज दिस पार्ट. कहता ओके आई वोंट. फिर उसने जो पीस लिखा ना, उसमें ऐसी बजाई हमारी, मेरी खास करके, कहता देयर वाज दिस वेरी ब्राइट यंग ऑफिसर हु अकम्पनीड मी टू द प्राइम मिनिस्टर्स मीटिंग, and the prime minister asked a question and he used his margin of persuasion after the meeting. He took me to his room, which was next to a stinking urinal in Shastri Bhavan. And because I gave him my word, I am not going to print this now. So he omitted it and put me in my place. I met him many years later. What a man. I mean, he said, look, I know I was not. I would have caused a storm because Prime Minister of India is saying कि तुम लोग जो कर रहे हो गलत हो रहे हो, but तुम्हारी तो वो भी नहीं है. हम reciprocity कैसे, you understand?
Yeah.
It would have been it was a direct hit, but said with elegance. I said, you would have printed it, I would have denied it. He said, yeah. And what would have happened? In the end, you would never call me back again. I want to part as friend, but I wanted to fix you. So मैंने उसको जाके बोला, and by God, my office then was next to a stinking unit. They wouldn't clean it, whoever was cleaning. Anyway, that was one, thing which I remember of very great interest.
Amazing. Another very interesting stint of yours and in your illustrious stint was 1987 Sri Lanka. Take us through that, Hardeep ji.
Both of us. You see, we were posted to Sri Lanka from Geneva, where we had interesting tenures as first secretaries, etc. And surprisingly, as Natwar Singh ji later reminded somebody, we actually asked for Geneva, for Colombo.
Sri Lanka.
Really?
Sri Lanka.
Yeah.
Not knowing what was in store. No, but we asked because we thought it's a challenging assignment. Lakshmi was on the Human Rights Commission. She used to give the Sri Lankans a hard time on human rights issues. Resolution passed against them.
Tamil human rights.
Again, I say that I'm very fortunate, both of us very fortunate. We had Mani Dixit as the High Commissioner. First, Mr. Chatwal, but for a short time, also an outstanding officer. But Mr. Dixit was what you call a quintessential diplomat who should be used as a troubleshooter. He had done before that an ambassadorial assignment in Pakistan before or after Sri Lanka? After Sri Lanka. He had done Afghanistan, then Sri Lanka, and then he went to Pakistan after that, and then he came back to Delhi as Foreign Secretary, I think. Yeah. It's many years I may have. So, basically, Mr. Rajiv Gandhi was the Prime Minister, and after this sordid saga, which I've written about in my book also, fact is that we were, because of our affinities with the Sri Lankan Tamils and from Mrs. Gandhi's time, we have been assisting the Tamil cause and supporting it. I won't go into more detail.
Yeah.
But Mr. Rajiv Gandhi decided that the time had come now to
Cut our losses
and make peace. So he decided on a peace initiative. Mr. ably supported by Mr. Dixit as Foreign Secretary, who was giving the intellectual inputs. Some slightly harebrained ideas from a man who is no longer alive, so I will not name him, and some other things. But it was decided that we will make direct contact with the LTT. We means that the mission will make.
Absolutely.
Not our agencies, the people who are dealing with them, you know, through Chennai and elsewhere. And I was sent to Jaffna for Jaffna had been under an economic blockade, so I was sent for giving relief supplies. But that was a cover. I made contact with the LTT, and then lo and behold, I got a instruction: go and call on Prabhakaran and
Wow.
and say, this is what we can offer you. I knew what was happening. So I went I made contact. I said I wanted to see Thambi, as he was called. I was told to come. I offered to be taken blindfolded because, you can, know the coordinates. If tomorrow the things don't follow, you'll bomb the place.
Absolutely.
But no, they didn't want to subject me to blindfolding. So I knew what they were doing. They were delaying it so it's pitch of darkness. And they were taking me around for a nice ride. So even if I had a phenomenal memory,
You would have no clue where
no
you're
clue
going.
to whether I went left or right or something. And then I was
और
there.
आप भी उस वक्त श्रीलंका में ही थे.
No, she was then the famous press officer.
going
She
to
used to have, she
tell you
should
that. I will
tell you about that. And I made contact with Mr. Prabhakaran. I told him this is what can be happened.
और वो पहली मुलाकात थी आपकी उससे
मेरी
पहले?
पहली मुलाकात है Anna Bhatte was saying that we would like to.
और वो कैसे थे, मतलब वो कहाँ बैठे थे, क्या था वो मंदिर?
उनका वेलवेट उतराय में उनका हाइड आउट था. उसकी फोटोग्राफ भी है कहीं हमारे पास.
With the live, you had the tiger also?
Yeah, with the tiger skin.
With the tiger skin.
Tiger skin on the table, and the interpretation was being done by, I think, Tilipan, etc. And I had taken the military attaché, or rather the naval attaché, Colonel Captain B.K. Gupta along. बातचीत हुई बड़ी अच्छा. So I said, I'm taking this message. I brought you the message. अगर आपको, as if you know, I'm going to send this to you. And so then I said, he gave me a message. I came back to Delhi. I was told to go back to him and tell him, now you come to India, etc. So, very interesting thing he told me. He said, so far I've been crossing the Park Straits as a fugitive because, we've been smuggling arms from here.
And you personally also do that. He would also,
Yes.
No,
No, he was active on the
He was
field.
active.
He was an active fighter. He was not an armchair theorist or something.
No.
When he was at Elam, so he said, but this time I want to be taken with dignity and honor. Which means Indian flag and taken. So it was an Air Force plane had to come, not surreptitiously.
And also he said, you have to accompany me.
He said you have to accompany me. Because
On
उसको डर ये
this
था,
flight.
उसका मतलब है otherwise he's taken and we can shoot. I said we're hardly likely to shoot our own aircraft down here. I mean, take it easy. I mean, I got to know him very, very well.
I think he established quite
Established.
एक rapport आपने बना लिया था.
Take you to India, etc. And so they have. जिस दिन उसको ले जाना था वहां पे वेलवेट उतराए पे 10 मिनट 15 मिनट 20 मिनट वो हेलीकॉप्टर पायलट थे जो सरदार दोनों वो मेरे को कह गया आई कांट कीप द रोटर रनिंग आई हैव टू पुट इट ऑफ देन आई नीड अ बैटरी टू स्टार्ट इट आई टोल्ड दोस गाइस मैंने कहा वी डन कम हियर वी हैव टू रीशेड्यूल द फ्लाइट एनीवे बड़ी देर के बाद आ गया एंड सराउंडेड बाय thousands of people who coming to he is going उसकी विक्ट्री परेड थी एनीवे टुक हिम देयर वेंट टू सी MG रामचंद्रन. By the time we met MG Ramachandran, I think वो जो
UK में जो था.
UK का जो उसका बंदा था, वो हम लोग कहते थे वो MI5 या MI6 के साथ था. Balasingham had got to him. MG Ramachandran, he started changing his tenure, tune. अब तो आ गया ऑनर के साथ, and he started talking about Elam again. Anyway, cut a long story short, उसके बाद I've written about all this. उसके बाद दिल्ली लाए, अशोका होटल में रखे. अशोक होटल में दीक्षित साहब मिलने गए और KPS मेनन फॉरेन सेक्रेटरी थे जूनियर. उनके साथ भी स्टार्टेड डूइंग अल्टीमेटली अरेंज द मीटिंग विद राजीव गांधी जी एंड राजीव गांधी जी सो ही सेड नो बट आई नीड सिक्योरिटी गारंटीज. एट एवरी मीटिंग ही वाज वांटिंग. राजीव गांधी वेरी dramatically called someone of his guys and said, get one of my bulletproof vests. तो उसने बना के उसको पहना दिया bulletproof. ये लगा, now you have my security guarantee. So you'll have to go down, lay down arms भी उन्होंने सरेंडर किए, शैम किए. बेसिकली वो अपना हमेशा ऑप्शन ओपन रख रहे थे. तो वहां करते September 28 agreement, etc. And then it went into all.
And then he was very insecure about having elections.
So he said कि पूरा मेरे को पावर दे दो, ये कर दो. हमने 12 लोगों की इंटरिम काउंसिल बनाए. I pleaded with the High Commissioner who pleaded with Jayawardene. मैंने कहा इसको 12 में से 7 दे दो. But the man was never able to make the transition from the AK-47 to
a politician.
No, he couldn't make the transition, and he himself said that also. उसने ये भी कहा, I have killed more Tamil boys than I have killed Sinhalese. उनकी आपस में भी fratricidal war हुई थी, LTT की टेलो के साथ, PLOT, प्लॉट के साथ, और सबके साथ. So he was open about that. He couldn't make it, and then ultimately they took to arms. और श्रीलंकन साइड उस समय के कौन सी दूध की धुली हुई थी जी, वो भी तो सिन्हाला शोविनिज्म लगा रहे थे उस समय.
बट दैट वाज ये शायद आपका पहला ऐसा एक असाइनमेंट होगा विच हैड एन ह्यूज इम्पैक्ट ऑन द कोर्स ऑफ हिस्ट्री.
Absolutely.
पता नहीं कितना इम्पैक्ट होगा. तो उससे पीस एग्रीमेंट डिडंट वर्क, बट लड़ाई तो होगी शुरू. पर जो फाइनल सेटलमेंट हुआ उस पीस एग्रीमेंट के कॉन्टर्स को यूज करके.
बट ऑल्सो आई थिंक यू जज actions taken and its impact on history also from lessons not learnt.
That's true.
You see, when we look back, both of us look back and say that if the Sri Lankan government and the Sinhala side at that time had embraced this agreement, if the Tamil side had also embraced this agreement,
it would have been a win-win.
It would have been a win-win, and you would have avoided 30 years of
civil
strife, 30 more years, and so many lives lost.
No, in retrospect, it's never, whenever you are looking at a historical force like this, I mean, even when we were on the Security Council, I had that experience. It's not good to blame only one side.
No, I'm talking about both sides.
You are absolutely right. Both sides were.
They were trying to undermine the peace agreement. Absolutely. Both sides.
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल. तो मेरे ख्याल से एक लेसन जो कंट्रीज के लिए है कि जो आपने कहा जापान का जो अप्रोच है, जितना हो सके कंसेंसस करो. कन्फ्रंटेशन शुड बी द लास्ट ऑप्शन. जितना
पर उसमें वो जापान का उदाहरण जो है इसमें ज्यादा उचित इसलिए नहीं होगा क्योंकि दैट्स होमोजेनियस एंड सिंगल एथनिक है. वेयरएज यहाँ पे यू हैव तमिल्स, यू हैव श्रीलंकन तमिल्स, इंडियन तमिल्स, बर्गर्स जो डिसेंडेंट्स है डच के, देन यू हैव द सिनलीज.
बेसिक डिवाइड वाज
सिनला एंड तमिल. तो उसमें एथनिक एथनिक स्ट्राइफ और टेंशन तो रही है. 1956 में दे ब्रॉट द सिनला ओनली एक्ट. हमारे पंडित जी, मतलब हैरानगी होती है. ही वेलकम्ड इट. ही थॉट इट वाज एन एंटी इंपीरियलिस्ट थिंग टू डू. दैट वन 1956 सिनला ओनली एक्ट मेड द तमिल सेकंड क्लास सिटीजन ओवरनाइट. पंडित जी वाज वेलकमिंग इट. हम लोग इन लोगों की मूर्खता की अगर स्केलिंग करें, वी शुड स्टार्ट विद 1956 एक्ट. बाद में उन्होंने जो कश्मीर का डिस्प्यूट यूएन में ले गया, दैट इज ऑल्सो पार्ट ऑफ इट. बट इसमें हाउ डू यू डू दैट? द मिनट सिनला ओनली एक्ट के उसके बाद मिसेस गांधी ने करेक्ट करने की शुरू की, इंदिरा जी ने. एंड श्रीमाधव बंडारा नायक यूज्ड टू टेल लक्ष्मी, आपने एक बार पूछा उनसे कि व्हाट वुड हैपन इफ यू वर द प्राइम मिनिस्टर. जब जयवर्धने जी थे मनी टीचर, यू नो व्हाट शी सेड टू हर कि अगर if I had been there, I would have spoken to my sister and told her to look the other way. वो भी क्या करिए, मैं खत्म कर देती है इस चीज को, look the other way. बट उसके दिमाग में ये तो था कि इंदिरा जी इज स्टैंडिंग अप फॉर द तमिल. कितना कम से कम वो तो था. पंडित जी तो बिल्कुल ही दूसरी तरफ चले गए थे.
बट फ्रॉम माई साइड वी ऑल्सो अवॉइडेड इन द एंड, बिकॉज वेन वी हैड टू go in with the IPKF.
No, that is another.
So, in order to, as part of the Indo-Sri Lanka peace agreement, Jayawardena had insisted that there should be a provision for a peace force to come in, Indian peacekeeping force to come in, if either side, or rather the other side, whom he called implacable, were not to keep their pact. So, and that happened, and he invoked it, and we had to send IPKF. But the thing is, I remember that when the IPKF operations were taking place, they were very difficult, and it was almost a guerrilla warfare happening, and going against the civilian population, the Tamil population. I mean, just the frame of it was so counterintuitive politically for us, quite apart from the humanitarian aspect. So when that was happening, I was the spokesperson. The entire Western press had gathered in Colombo.
From all over the world in
From
Colombo.
all over the world. Why? Because this was going to be India's Vietnam, they said. And my 5 o'clock briefings were called 5 o'clock follies. Like, during Vietnam War,
Yes.
the Americans used to have these media briefings, and they were called 5 o'clock
And they would
follies.
go for you.
Yes. And
They
they
go
would
for you, big
and
time.
they would go for me. And for, IPKF. And I remember there was one incident where, and the LTTA deployed all kinds of propaganda about how the civilians are being killed. And they would actually strap, and we have had those incidents, they would actually strap little babies with explosives and send before the tanks of the IPKF and blow up. So, I mean, those kind of things. So, there were many instances where they said, oh, the IPKF, killed this old woman sitting there. And
She was a human bomb.
So, but also, I would say, and you certify that she was killed by the IPKF and not the others, because they were actually killing civilians in order to create a human rights situation.
And get their narrative going.
And get their narrative
But
going.
let me just take you back 2 minutes, two seconds. I have always asked myself if Mr. Rajiv Gandhi had realized that we were going to be inveigled into sending forces on the ground right in the beginning, would he have agreed? And I think the jury in my mind is still out, because he was looking for a victory which would be an escape from Bofors. This is my view. I mean, I admire the man that he tried peace, but उस समय हालात कुछ ऐसे थे, he was looking for a victory. But it
was admirable and daring.
Very daring, but it reckless in the end. Reckless in the
for
end.
peace.
But आपको देखो, मैं जो अगर मुझे बताया होता है फर्स्ट सेक्रेटरी की ये होगा, जब पहली बारी I came back with Prabhakaran's message to Delhi, I was a very young first secretary or a councillor. I was called to a meeting where Mr. Rajiv Gandhi was presiding. And when I said this, I started saying this is what Prabhakaran wants, he wants security garrison. So, and I said the question is who is going to disarm them? And General Sundarji said in the meeting in front of the Prime Minister, and I was sitting next to Mr. KPS Menon Jr., with High Commissioner Dikshit Sri, he caught my hand. He said, we'll be there to disarm them. That is the first signal I got, we were going to have some peacekeepers, some troops there. But I was very, very, I don't know what word to use. I was very uncertain, disturbed, because that was never part of the peace plan, but somebody had brought it in. When it finally happened, when he was, Rajiv Gandhi ji was in Colombo, Jayawardene were having talks, and Ronan Sen was Joint Secretary to the PM, he and Mani Dixit called me. He said, ये चिट्ठी जो है ना, ये draft देखो ठीक है, this is the Sri Lankan side going to invoke the agreement asking for our peacekeeping troops to come in. मैंने कहा सर अभी साइन नहीं हुआ, अभी से peacekeeping, I used to talk like, इधर चुप करके इसको साइन कराना है. किससे कराना? मंडी was the pet name of Mr. KPS Manager. तुम लोग नीचे खड़े रहो, ये तो ना मंडी से कराओ. मैंने कहा तो आप इतना सी इम्पोर्टेंट है, पीस कीपिंग ट्रुप्स वो कर रहे हैं, उनसी तरह से you only want him to check the draft. कहता नहीं ये तुम्हारा काम है, तुम समझा करो. None of them wanted to be showing the thing. मैं गया, मैंने मंडी जी को, and you were a great man, KPS Manager, walking up. I said, sir, I have a little something to show you. I need your clearance on it. He looked at it, smiled. He said, you sure you want to show this to me? I said, no. I said, the High Commissioner and Mr. Sen wanted you to vet it. The typical Babu took out his pen and showed a typo and put a typo correct. He said, yeah, you correct that. and I took it back. Now this I've never mentioned. I'm mentioning to the first time to you. I took it to him. They signed it before they sat down. Jayawardene or somebody, General Attikale signed the letter, or somebody signed it. Came. Next thing you knew, Indian peacekeepers were coming into there. This is not how the peace agreement was supposed to be. Because the history is you send your peacekeepers in, then you are in a.
But
Thanks to
also
VP Singh, we pulled out in time, but
VP Singh is the other Prime Minister.
so I worked with him also, yes. Yeah.
But wow, what amazing twist of fates, and how, when you look at history, the undercurrents behind it and how it gets shaped is so fascinating.
In fact, Mr. Dixit was known as the Viceroy of India.
Viceroy of Sri Lanka.
Viceroy of
India in Sri Lanka.
In Sri Lanka.
And
Amazing.
we were supposed
But
to
we talk about high commissioners and so on. We used to live in Ward Place. Hamara kya number tha? And 50 something, or he was in 60 something.
Jayawardene.
So what used to happen is that when Dixit Sahab used to go to meet the High Commissioner, so I used to tell him कि अच्छी क्वालिटी की cognac वो ले जाते थे. He used to wonder, फायदा क्या है? उसने तो फिर ginger ale डालनी उसके अंदर. तो मैंने कहा नहीं आपका but and High Commissioner who could go and have a drink with the head of state. फिर जो उसको बोलते थे, then he didn't go home. He came in. We used to call Agarwal or who was a PS. Used to dictate. मतलब before he could have a drink, dictate the telegram and do it, and then evening was over, he would sign it. Those are different type of
that
diplomacy.
level of diplomacy.
Intense and
and very personal also.
Very
has to
personal.
be. Diplomacy has to be either you make contact or you don't.
Of course, there are these theories as to who took whom for a ride.
No, देखो ऐसा है. They used to call Jayawardene the old fox.
Old fox.
But
that he inveigled us
into that. The only inveigling was the peacekeeping force. That was the inveigling. But your own man was ready for it.
Absolutely.
अगर मेरे को आप supposing you and I get into any kind of an arrangement on something, but I must know when to say no.
Absolutely.
Waging peace is one thing. उसके बाद जब इराक में हुआ, on which I got into trouble on the telegram, उस समय तक we had learnt a lesson. वाजपेयी जी ने जब उन्होंने बोला कि इंडियन पीस कीपिंग फोर्स आएगी आफ्टर द अमेरिकन इन्वेजन, तो उसमें सबने बोला नथिंग डूइंग. हमने एक श्रीलंका में अपना सबक सीख चुके हैं एक बार. उस समय माई आर्ग्यूमेंट वॉज डिफरेंट. उस समय मेरा आर्ग्यूमेंट था अगर अमेरिकन अटैक हुआ और अमेरिकन फोर्सेज हुए, दे विल बी लुकिंग लाइक द इन्वेडिंग फोर्सेज. If you have on the other hand non-aligned countries or somebody else sending a peace figure, they are benign. They will not fire on. It will be different. But everything has a context. And now, if Jayawardene took us for a ride, you were also taking them for a ride in the sense that you wanted also to do something spectacular.
Absolutely. बिल्कुल. अच्छा, आपका जो पाकिस्तान वाला असाइनमेंट था वो भी बड़ा इंटरेस्टिंग था. जनरल जिया से मुलाकात, तो थोड़ा उस बारे में बताएं.
Well, I was Under Secretary Pakistan from 78 to 81. And that was a phase when we were trying to engineer a thaw in our relationship. So we were trying to find confidence building measures that could be taken on both sides.
This was just after
this was
Bhutto's
78.
assassination.
It had just, well, on the cusp of that. I was, in fact, I saw that telegram which was sent during when his assassination, when his execution took place. Execution
that's
took
the right
place.
word.
Yes. It was also the time when General Zia took over, and he brought a new twist to the Indo-Pak relations, one of which was to cultivate the Sikh constituency in Punjab and to open up the Gurdwaras for Sikh pilgrims, and which of course is very much a part of also on the Indian side, which was at that time also as it is now a part of people-to-people interaction, but also getting our Sikh pilgrims access to the holiest of holiest shrines, which thanks to Radcliffe line, which was very randomly put and very cruelly put in the wrong side
Absolutely.
of the international border. So that was one
The
of
context,
the things. That was the context. So I had the opportunity to visit Pakistan quite often, and one of them was this time when the first Sikh Jatha was going under the leadership of Jathedar Santokh Singh. And it was a 13-member delegation, but of course there were yatris, other members of the Sangat who had gone along. And I was the liaison officer as the under-secretary in MEA. And when we went there, we were staying at the Panja Sahib. In the Gurdwara itself, उन्होंने inn बनाया हुआ था एक तरह से सराय सी बनाई हुई थी, and made arrangements for us stay there. And then we were called. It's a little bit of a distance from Islamabad. So they came with a list saying military attaché of the General Zia has sent this list of people who will accompany the Jatha, and my name was missing. So Mr. Natwar Singh, who was the High Commissioner at that time, turned around and said, but why is she not there in the list? She is the liaison officer, she has to come. So they said, ये तो हुकुम आया है, हम क्या कर सकते हैं? He said, no, she'll travel, you will travel with me in my car. So he took me along in his car, and at the gate they also tried to say that I'm not invited, but he just brushed, he was imperious, he just brushed him up, हमारे साथ हैं. और फिर हम लोग अंदर गए. And then we stood in line. And General Zia came in, it was in the garden, on one side of the garden, and then there was the driveway in between. And we stood in line, he greeted them with Jaffi Pappi, and then the Jathedars, total charm. And then he stood in front of me, he had these eyelashless eyes.
Surma ji.
Big.
Surma ji.
And he would ठहक के जैसे खड़े हो गए, because he was not expecting a woman to be there, because he was a misogynist. He had ruled against saris, women wearing saris. He had said, he had become, really very much on the Islamist codes on everything, which included anti-women. So, वो ठहक गए, but he gathered himself and he did adab instead of either a handshake or a hug. And then he went on, and we all sat down, and they started talking, and I started taking notes, as was the norm those days. हम लोग notes लेते थे, not photographs or a dictaphone. So anyway, I started taking notes, and before I knew, one of the waiters came to me and said, आपको बेगम साहिबा वहाँ याद कर रही हैं चाय के लिए. And so Begum Zia was on the other side of the lawn. And I looked at Natwar Singh, and he said,
क्या करें, अब तो जाना ही पड़ेगा.
अब तो जाना ही पड़ेगा, otherwise बेअदबी होगी.
जी बिल्कुल.
So then I walked across and sat with her. She was very charming, very lovely. Tea had been set out, and General Zia and his wife had come from Delhi as refugees to Pakistan, had gone from Delhi to Pakistan. So she had vivid memories of Chandni Chowk. So she was asking me questions. कि चांदनी चौक में अभी भी बॉटम पिंचिंग करते हैं या उस समय इतनी भीड़ होती थी कि हम लोगों को संभल के जाना पड़ता था. और सलवार के पोंछे कितने इंच के हैं अभी. So all those kind of matters of state were discussed. But subsequently also, during state visits by the foreign minister, then foreign minister Narasimha Rao ji also, they excluded me from the state banquet, saying that women are not allowed. It's a stag. Even their women ministers were not allowed to enter. So, those kind of misogyny was very much institutionalized. during those days.
ये जो
and
इंसिडेंट है ये दिस इज पोस्ट भुट्टोज एक्सिक्यूशन, तो मैं आपको एक छोटा सा सुनाना चाहता हूँ विच मे नॉट बी वेरी वेल नोन। लक्ष्मी अंडर सेक्रेटरी पाकिस्तान थी, मैं ओएसडी प्रेस रिलेशन था जी, एक्सपी डिवीजन। मेरे बॉस थे श्रीवत्स पुरुषोत्तम। हमारे एक मामा थे हिम्मत सिंह, बिकेम वेरी सीनियर ऑफिसर इन द रेलवे, उस समय चंद्रफोर्ड रोड में रहते थे। जो वो गवर्नमेंट कॉलेज में पढ़ते थे तो यूज्ड टू टेक ग्रेट प्राइड, मैं रोल नंबर 1 हूं, विच में जो टॉपर होता है। तो उनके साथ एक था ए गाय हु बिकेम अ जज, ही वाज अ वेरी शॉर्ट, ही वाज कॉल्ड अ मिडेट जज। वो दिल्ली आए और आए तो उन्होंने ट्राई टू फाइंड आउट वेयर रोल नंबर 1 हिम्मत सिंह वाज। ही वेंट एंड स्पेंट एन इवनिंग विद हिम। अच्छा। ही टोल्ड हिम कि ये भुट्टो का केस मेरे पास है और मैं इसको फांसी दे दूंगा। अच्छा अच्छा। हिम्मत सिंह एंड ही हैड अ ड्रिंक, ही गॉट इट ओवर अ ड्रिंक, बट ही दैट डिडंट स्टॉप हिम फ्रॉम टेलिंग मी, व्हिच डिडंट स्टॉप मी फ्रॉम टेलिंग माय बॉस द नेक्स्ट मॉर्निंग, Purushottam, and Purushottam being Mr. Purushottam, that didn't stop him from telling Mr. Vajpayee, who was the foreign minister, and Vajpayee ji said ये तो बड़ी sensitive information है। उन्होंने उठा के पता नहीं किसको भेज दी। तो DIB जो है डायरेक्टर इंटेलिजेंस ब्यूरो, he knew, you knew him.
Yeah, I used to work very closely with all the intelligence agencies.
So आपको फोन आ गया? नहीं, इनको तो फोन आया और बोला कि ये जो आया हुआ जज मस्ट हैव बीन ट्रेलिंग हिम्मत सिंह, ये हिम्मत सिंह ये आपकी एग्जैक्ट रिलेशनशिप क्या है? बोले मेरे हस्बैंड के सगे मामा। नेक्स्ट थिंग वो भी गवर्नमेंट कॉलेज का था। नेक्स्ट थिंग वो DIB उनके घर पहुंच गया हिम्मत सिंह के। यार बता हिम्मत क्या एग्जैक्टली बोला क्या? ही टोल्ड हिम, ब्लडी थिंग टर्न्ड आउट टू बी ट्रू। उस समय नोबडी बिलीव्ड इट। और ये बकबक कर रहा है बाद वो हो गया होगा, मतलब इसमें कितना?
few months
ओनली, बिकॉज देखिए ऐसा है, मैं लौटा हूं, हम लोग लौटे हैं टोक्यो से इन 78 अक्टूबर में आए, टू बी एग्जैक्ट। आई बिकेम OSD PR। अभी मैं OSD PR था, अभी मैं अंडर सेक्रेटरी FSP नहीं, वो 79 में एक साल बाद बना। तो ये 78 अक्टूबर और 79 सितंबर के बीच के बाद है, वो तो पता लग जाएगा। सो our guys had this anywhere, they must have got a morning, and lo and behold when it happened very few people knew, because हमने थोड़ा जाके किसी को बोलना था। बिल्कुल। But this is the where contacts and diplomacy can sometimes give you an insight.
गजब। अब हरदीप जी बात करते हैं 2013-14 की, वो लम्हा जब आप पॉलिटिक्स में आ गए, एक्टिव पॉलिटिक्स में आ गए, तो ये घटनाक्रम क्या था? हाउ डिड दैट हैपन?
देखिए मुझसे अक्सर ये सवाल पूछा जाता था कि आपकी ट्रांजिशन कैसे रही जी। तो मैं पहली बार आपसे ये कह रहा हूं कि ये जो सवाल भी है ना, आपकी ट्रांजिशन कैसे रही, जो आपने नहीं पूछा, जो पूछने वाले बड़े बदमाश होते हैं। कुछ लोग ऐसे उनमें से हैं, वो कहते हैं कि अब ये सौरभ जी जानते हैं, वो कहते हैं इसमें इन्होंने ये काम किया, इसमें पॉलिटिक्स का क्या फायदा हो, बिकॉज दे आर ट्राइंग टू से आई नेवर मेड द ट्रांजिशन, आई एम स्टिल अ सिविल सर्वेंट इन माई वे ऑफ थिंकिंग। कुछ और लोग कहते हैं कि यार इसको ट्रांजिशन की जरूरत ही नहीं थी, ये जब सिविल सर्वेंट था तब भी पॉलिटिशियन था। मैं आपको ये कह रहा हूं, मैंने माई लाइन ऑलवेज हैज बीन, मैं पॉलिटिक्स में नहीं आया हूं। आई एम टेलिंग यू व्हाट हैपेंड इज बाय sheer set of circumstances on which I had no control, I landed in this place. मैं बताता हूं एक मैं जब UN में था परमानेंट रिप्रेजेंटेटिव, बात है मैं वहां गया हूं 2009 में जी। 2011 में जब हम सिक्योरिटी काउंसिल में आने वाले थे, या 2010 में, दिल्ली में फॉरेन सेक्रेटरी की जॉब की वैकेंसी होने वाली थी। ठीक है, अगर लक्ष्मी ने रिजाइन नहीं किया होता और UN में नहीं गई होती, शी वुड हैव बीन अ नेचुरल चॉइस, बिकॉज शी हैड द सीनियोरिटी, शी हैड द राइट एक्सपीरियंस, एवरीथिंग, शी वुड हैव बीन द फॉरेन सेक्रेटरी। लक्ष्मी ने रिजाइन कर दिया। उसके बाद हमारे 3 बैचमेट बचे, एक है रंजन मथाई, एक मैं और एक आलोक प्रसाद। आलोक और मैं सेम डेट ऑफ बर्थ, रंजन मथाई वाज आई थिंक अ लिटिल यस एल्डर टू अस और वट एवर इट इज, आई डोंट नो। जो मैं दिल्ली आया उस समय जो सिविल सर्वेंट का, आई कॉल्ड ऑन डॉक्टर मनमोहन सिंह एंड आई फ्रेम्ड माई position very carefully. Sir, if there is a vacancy for the job of, if there is a vacancy in the foreign secretary's post, I would like to be considered. Okay, very good. So he said, and फिर मैंने ये भी बोला, I have the credentials. Oh, no, your credentials, nobody doubts. So the Sadaji, my mother, you were very kind to her. You know, nobody doubt. But how can we replace you there? मतलब मैं समझ गया, किसी ने चाबी भरी कि ये वहां पे is indispensable, तो मैंने वो भी बता दिया how I can be replaced. वो छोड़िए, मुझे पक्का पता था कि जो दिल्ली में जो लोग हैं उस समय किसी का नाम नहीं, they don't want me around because if I came back as foreign secretary, I would throw my weight around and because I have views and so on. तो मैं छोड़ दिया. हुआ क्या, वो नहीं हुआ. ठीक है. I was very happy. I stayed on there. I presided over the Security Council. 2 साल बढ़िया काउंसिल में निकल गए, etc., etc.
न्यूयॉर्क में.
न्यूयॉर्क में. We were both in New York. She was an assistant secretary general. She founded UN Women along with Michelle Bachelet. I was permanent representative. We had a beautiful house in Trump Tower, and we're doing very well. And children were there, grandchildren. One first had been born. कैसे कहानी पलटती है. Later on, when I was retiring, मैंने ये फैसला कर लिया था, मैंने नौकरी नहीं करनी यार, बहुत हो गया. जैसे 2014 में हमारी सरकार बनी, एक हमारे मिनिस्टर थे हमारे साथ, वो किसी दिन जाके मोदी जी को कहे कि सर ये आपने आउटसाइडर्स भी लाए हैं बहुत अच्छी तरह. सी गेव हिम वन लुक, कैसे किसकी बात कर रहे हैं आप? हरदीप जी की बात कर रहे हैं. वो आउटसाइडर कहां है? कि भाई जब 2014 में हमारी चुनाव हमारी सरकार बनी, सबसे ज्यादा वो नाच रहा था कि हमारी सरकार बनी. आप क्या बोल रहे हैं? He said this to Rajiv Chandrasekhar, I think. And Rajiv Chandrasekhar compared. He said, you are one inside America. You don't know the story. Anyway, I put it up. Around that time, सुर्खियों में रन किया कि हरदीप पुरी अपॉइंटेड डेप्यूटी नेशनल सिक्योरिटी एडवाइजर. आई कॉल्ड अरुण जेटली. मैंने कहा यार, मैंने बोला था मैं आई डोंट वांट टू कम बैक एज अ सिविल सर्वेंट. मैंने सारी 39 ईयर्स कर लिया यार एज सिविल सर्वेंट. मैं पॉलिटिक्स में करने को तैयार हूं. मैंने आज तो टिकट मांगा था, आपने टिकट दिया नहीं मेरे को दिल्ली से उस बार 2014. अब मेरे को रहने दो यार. कोई पॉलिटिकल रोल होगा तो मैं कभी भी आ जाऊंगा. देयर नथिंग, बट डोंट मेक मी जॉइन एज अ सिविल सर्वेंट एटसेट्रा. एनीवे, टू कट अ लॉन्ग स्टोरी शॉर्ट, समबडी सेड दैट ही वांटेड टू मेक यू नेशनल सिक्योरिटी एडवाइजर, बट अनदर सीनियर मिनिस्टर सेड अगर वो नेशनल सिक्योरिटी एडवाइजर होगा तो मैं क्या करूंगी. हमें छोड़ दीजिए इन चीजों को. दैट्स वी लीव दैट असाइड. आई रिमेंबर मोदी जी टेलिंग समवन हु टोल्ड मी, he said, देखो हमारी वजह से हरदीप को फॉरेन सेक्रेटरी नहीं बना. But these are all pure, this nothing. Yeah. But I was always ready to assume a career in political life. But I was not ready to become a civil servant again. Because, अगर आप किसी को मैं एडवाइजर बना दो कहां में, मैंने वो सारी जिंदगी वही काम. How it happened was very, very sudden. I was in Colombo. I got a phone call from Sanjay Bhavasar ji, whom I known for many years. जब मैं पहली बारी मोदी जी ने मेरे को टाइम दिया था 2013 अप्रैल में, आफ्टर दैट रिटायर, 13 में नहीं, 13 अप्रैल में और लिटिल लेटर, तो कहा कि साहब कह रहे हैं समय निकाल के आना. मैंने कहा ठीक है. आधा घंटा 40 मिनट हो गए. ended up with a very long meeting, and that day that Sarabjit Singh was in a jail in Pakistan had died. He said, मैं गया था वहां ये हो गया, आपसे मैं आपको याद कर रहा था. I got a call from Sanjay Bhavasar Singh, वो साहब बात करना चाहते हैं. तो उस समय तो because we were private citizens, मैंने कहा लगवा दो, बात करवा दो. मैं I was in Colombo. और ऐसे नहीं, मतलब आपको आना होगा. मैंने कहा मैं आ जाता हूं. तो आ जाइए, फिर कब कहेंगे. मैंने कहा मैं कोलंबो में हूं. ही माइट हैव हर्ड कि ये कोयम्बटोर में है और वट एवर इट इज. ये सर कब तक आएंगे. मैं कहा मैं कल आ रहा हूं भाई, मैं आ जाऊंगा कल. ना फिर अगले दिन फिर आया. अब जब आएंगे सीधे यहां आना. तो मैंने तब खड़की. मैंने कहा यार ये कुछ और है. नहीं कभी कितनी नहीं. आई नोन संजय जी. आई हैव द प्रिविलेज ऑफ नोइंग द प्राइम मिनिस्टर. आई डोंट टॉक अबाउट इट. आई नोन हिम फॉर इयर्स. बट मैंने कहा ये 2 बार फोन 2 दिन में क्या है, सीधा यही आना. मैंने कहा संजय जी बात क्या है. अब इनका डिकॉय सिस्टम देखो. कहता है वो कुछ G20 के शर्पा की बात चल रही है. मैंने बोला संजय जी कोई G20 के शर्पा के लिए पीएम साहब नहीं फोन करते हैं. बिकॉज देयर वाज दैट प्रपोजल वंस अर्लियर के वो G20 शर्पा बनाना, उसका मैं इट इज नॉट रेलिवेंट है. तो मैंने कहा छोड़िए. अच्छा एनीवे आई अराइव्ड देयर क्वाइट इवनिंग ऑफ 2 September 2017. Prime Minister sitting all alone in the residence part of 7LKM, completely calm. आइए वेरी वेलकमिंग. बैठा. हाँ बताइए कहाँ गए थे. सो आई वाज टेलिंग हिम व्हेन आई वाज टॉकिंग टू हिम, आई हैड क्लियर अंडरस्टैंडिंग. आई एम अ स्टूडेंट ऑफ behavioral psychology. I know what's going on in your mind or his mind. I immediately came to the conclusion he has no interest in what I was saying. मैंने कहा I try another track. मैंने कहा सर वो इंडियन ओशन हुआ आपका ये इनिशियल बहुत प्रशंसा. I realize I was not dialing a number. अच्छा तो कल सुबह आ जाइएगा यहाँ 9 बजे आ जाना. And I am not saying anything. नाश्ता इकट्ठा ही करेंगे. फिर आपको उसके बाद राष्ट्रपति भवन ले जाएंगे. आपको शपथ दिलवाएंगे. तो I would have dropped off the chair at that stage. शपथ दिलवाएंगे. Then he saw कि ये is not understanding. नहीं उसके बाद राज्यसभा में ले आएंगे. तो मैंने कहा ठीक है जी बात किसी से नहीं करनी. वेरी अथॉरिटेटिव. तो मैंने कहा जी मैं तो लक्ष्मी को भी नहीं बताऊंगा. अरे भाई मैंने कब बोला लक्ष्मी को तो अभी बताना. He mentioned someone else. उसको अभी हम नहीं बोलना. खत्म हुई बात. मैं गाड़ी में बैठा. ये भी तो इंटेलिजेंस ट्रेंड है पाकिस्तान डे से. इन्होंने फोन किया. उस समय तो फोन थी हमारे पास 2017 में सबके पास. इन्होंने मेरे ड्राइवर. आई वाज चेयरमैन ऑफ RIS then.
He had told me that he was going to see the Prime Minister.
No, I didn't tell you. The driver told you.
Driver,
I never told you. I was never going to tell you that. The driver told you.
Driver told.
वो चेयरमैन RIS भी कैसे बनाया वो मैं बताऊंगा. But if necessary. But I'm sitting in the car and she's called. She said something. So I told her in Japanese. Atode hanashimasu. But we'll let us talk later. Because the driver was in the car. She said, what are you talking later? My sisters called me from Bombay and she said, वो तो सुर्खियों में आ रहा हरदीप पुरी joins the Council of Ministers. मैंने और मेरे को वो कह रहे हैं कि आप बताना नहीं किसी को. उनका मतलब ये था जब तक मैं प्रेस रिलीज नहीं देता तुम किसी को मत बोला. So he's so methodical in that.
Absolutely.
So, and the rest is history. 7 years in housing and urban affairs. Then I was holding double charge as civil aviation, Commerce and Industry, Minister of State, Civil Aviation and Housing were independent charge. And then for some time I was doing cabinet both that and petroleum, and for the last 4.5 years petroleum. Yeah.
It's been such an illustrious stint. तो इस stint में बहुत सारे initiatives से आप जुड़े रहे और you're continuing to be involved in multiple game-changing initiatives. 2 or 3 initiatives जो आपके दिल के बड़े करीब हैं.
देखिए ऐसा है कि ये द एक्सपीरियंस रियली इज टू बी पार्ट ऑफ मिस्टर मोदीज टीम. दैट इज द रियल एक्सपीरियंस. बिकॉज इन दीज 11 years 2 things have happened. We've reclaimed our self-respect and confidence, reclaimed the past, our historical, we're a civilization. We're not just a country. We're a 5,000 या 7,000 year old civilization. जब हम स्मार्ट सिटीज की बात करते हैं और मैंने कहा यार ये तुम जरा अकल से बात करो. वाराणसी इज अ 1,000 year old सिटी. वाराणसी में वी कांट बिल्ड अ मेट्रो बिकॉज खोदोगे नहीं पता नहीं कितने मंदिर मिल जाएंगे तो और मुसीबत बन जाएगी. उसको आप मॉडर्नाइज करना है. तो आप दोनों चीजों को कंबाइन करें. दैट इज द एक्सपीरियंस. बट मोर देन दैट you've gone from a $2 trillion economy to a $4.3 trillion economy. Your growth rate in the last quarter was 7.8%, 7.4% the previous one. वो मूर्ख बाला वो जो युवा नेता है जो बीन री-लॉन्च many times, वो कह रहा है वो डेड इकोनॉमी. और बाहर का कोई अंकल कह रहा है तुम उसको समझ तो लोग क्या हो रहा है यहाँ पे. 7.8% ग्रो कर रही है इकोनॉमी. गैलपिंग कर रही है. सो इस दौरान में जो मेरा सौभाग्य रहा कि आई वॉज पार्ट ऑफ हिज टीम एंड हमने सिविल एविएशन को बचाया. जब महामारी का सामना करना पड़ा भाई साहब दुनिया की सिस्टम्स फेल हो गए. इन्होंने वंदे भारत फ्लाइट से इज ब्रॉट मिलियंस ऑफ पीपल बैक. नंबर 1. नंबर 2 सिविल एविएशन सेक्टर क्रॉस किया हमने. 1,000 प्लेन हम ऐड कर दिए हैं. वी वर एबल टू सेल एयर इंडिया. टुडे आवर सिविल एविएशन इज वन ऑफ द फास्टेस्ट ग्रोइंग इन द वर्ल्ड. दैट इज. देन आई हैड द प्रिविलेज ऑफ बीइंग पार्ट ऑफ हिज टीम. हमने कर्तव्य पथ बनाया. हमने नया पार्लियामेंट बनाया. हमने भारत मंडपम बनाया. और अभी इस मंत्रालय में यशोभूमि was not directly, it was but not my ministry, but these 3 were my ministry. NBCC did this, Tata's did that. We were CPWD and we were part. Yashobhumi also, you're right, at that time. But ये जो अभी है global turmoil में Indian energy market is looking good. Prices of petrol and diesel have come down. We are one of the lowest in the world. We have been able to navigate through. Our refining capacity is going up. Our biofuels blending has gone up from 1.4% to 20%. अभी उल्टा है. अभी तो कोई हमारे एक सीनियर कोलीग बोल देते हैं हम उतना ले जा रहे हैं और बलवा बता हमको नहीं अभी ठहरो सो इट्स बीन अ ग्रेट प्रिविलेज वर्किंग विद अ प्राइम मिनिस्टर हु इज टोटली हैंड्स ऑन एंड ही इज एबल टू नॉट जस्ट डायरेक्ट बट वेयर ही सीज अ प्रॉब्लम कमिंग ही कैन माइक्रो मैनेज इट ऑल्सो.
And he gets you in an instant.
He doesn't leave you with a choice. Either you measure up or, because he is setting such standards himself, both in terms of number of hours and in terms of...
But also the social project. I think
100, I'm coming. I'll tell you what. But I'm talking about those things. But look, we have gone from women's led center development to women led. अगर आप शौचालय बना रहे हैं, it's dignity to the girl child. प्रधानमंत्री आवास योजना में 4 करोड़ आपने आवास दिए हैं उसमें द टाइटल ऑफ द हाउस इज इन द नेम ऑफ द महिला ऑफ द हाउस. सो इफ यू ऑल नाउ यू आर गोइंग फ्रॉम वुमेन सेंटर टू वुमेन लेड डेवलपमेंट ऑल अदर सोशल ये जो स्वनिधि स्कीम है स्ट्रीट वेंडर्स की देखिए महामारी के दौरान यू आर अ वेल टू डू पॉडकास्टर और जर्नलिस्ट और एडिटर यू विल गेट योर सैलरी. जो एग्रीकल्चर में काम कर रहा उसको भी मिल रही थी जो सरकारी नौकरी में या किसी उद्योग में काम कर उनको भी मिले. वो बेचारा जो रेडी पटरी वाला वो तो रोज अपना भाड़ा करके 18% ब्याज पे मनी लेंडर से लाता है वो तो व्यापार ही बंद हो गया. प्राइस ऑफ ऑयल इट कम डाउन टू $19.56 a barrel and then it went up because there was no economic activity. So he devised a scheme brilliant कि आप देखिए कॉन्सेप्चुअलाइजेशन स्कीम की और जगह भी हुई है पर इन्होंने इंप्लीमेंट किया. पहला 10,000 रुपए का लोन विदाउट एनी कोलैटरल उसको आप वापस दीजिए फिर आपको 20 का मिलेगा 30 का मिलेगा 50 का मिलेगा. और आपने जिन आदमियों को जिनको ये व्यक्तियों को दिया यू हैव ऑल्सो ऑनबोर्डेड देम दे बिकम बेनिफिट लाभार्थीज ऑफ द अदर सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट स्कीम. सो इट्स अ विन विन एंड टुडे इट्स अ हाईली सक्सेसफुल स्कीम. पर उसके दौरान मेरा फायदा हो गया. अरविंद सिंह जो है वो स्ट्रीट वेंडर्स का एसोसिएट ही बिकम अ वेरी क्लोज फ्रेंड ऑफ माइन.
अमेजिंग. लक्ष्मी जी आपके जो किताब है दैट अगेन हैज बीन टॉक्ड अबाउट सो इसकी एंड अगेन राइटिंग अ बुक विच इज लाइक एन हिस्टोरिकल नॉवल विथ सो मच लेयर्स उसके लिए तो आपको काफी समय देना पड़ा होगा. तो इसकी शुरुआत कैसे हुई वो पहला थॉट कैसे आया एंड उसके बाद ये किस तरीके से इसकी जर्नी हुई इस किताब.
So my parents belonged to a very illustrious generation. I would say a generation that needed to be memorialized in some way through fiction. Through a novel like this, and that's what I've tried to do. I already mentioned how I lived in their I was born to them when they were 45, so I in many ways lived in that. I inhabited their age and that era in so many ways, and therefore it was already in my consciousness that and I had heard them tell stories, recite poems, evoke that era and that sensibility. So when I was always holding that story and those stories within me, and I was quite sure that I'm going to write someday. But I think the trigger was when I first went on when I went on my first ambassadorial assignment to Budapest, and there I started because I was alone, and of course I had my younger daughter with me, but Hardeep ji was in London, so I felt I now had some time, but also I found a bunch of letters of my parents.
Correspondence between you?
No, correspondence between my parents of 1929 to 1932 when they had been separated, first as lovers, then as husband and wife. And theirs was also a love story similar to ours, except ours was less in time in terms of the separation, because theirs was an intercaste marriage, iconoclastic in its own way at that time, and what they did, sacrifice and all of that. So those letters opened up a whole new prospect, you know, and world, and a very authentic world to me. And then this agony that I had been bearing of an untold story, a story wanting to be told, a unique story which has never been told before, that I wanted to end. And that I began then writing in Budapest, but it took another 20 years later when COVID came and I came back to India after all my wanderings. I came back to my roots. So it's a very Marathi cultural, Marathi culture and literature and theatre at its heart kind of a novel. The
and
first
with
of its
history
kind.
interwoven into
And
it.
history, freedom struggle,
Yes.
and the heroes and sheroes of that time.
Yes.
It's an epic love story and a grand romance. It's a coming of age story because it begins with Malti, the main character, young girl from a Ratnagiri village, making a leap into Elphinstone College and then becoming a lawyer and then fighting the case of her life in defending revolutionaries, freedom fighters. So that kind of an arc also is there. And now this is as much also a kind of, it's historical fiction, as you rightly said, but it's also contemporary fiction, and it echoes very much what is where we are in our arc of history.
That's
as
right.
a nation
As a
today.
nation, our journey as a
Because
nation.
that was the generation that was fighting for independence and the freedom of India and the idea of India. From, carving it out from a civilizational idea to a political territorial idea.
Yes.
But now we have to go to our other milestone, which is the 2047 Vikasit Bharat one.
That's right.
So this novel, in talking, and by the way, it's about young people at that time. It's about how they, invoked civilizational awakening, how they invoked the cultural renaissance that was happening, particularly in this case, the Marathi,
Yes.
Literature, language, music, everything was, it was an efflorescence happening. And it happened in other parts of India, Bengal, North India as well. So that was how these young people used that as soul force to go forward and feed it into the freedom struggle. Also, these were Western educated young people.
Very contemporary people of those times.
Exactly. So they have resonance for this generation.
Yes.
We are the youngest, country in the sense of youth-rich country.
Yes.
The largest population of young people in human history. So that is this moment when our young people too can get inspiration and also contribute even if as unsung heroes and sheroes to the freedom movement.
Absolutely.
It's also a women's empowerment story.
Yes.
Very much how
And education.
and education,
Yeah, now
how
it's- now
education
it's-
is transformation.
Now it's a highly acclaimed, award-winning book.
I know.
Also getting into an OTT.
I know.
Yes.
In 3 weeks it became a bestseller.
Yes.
And I was speaking to Vikram Malhotra
Malhotra,
You're making an
okay.
from
OTT out of it.
Evidentia.
Okay.
He said it ticks all the boxes. It's got everything in it.
It's very dramatic.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
And also it's been translated into its
Yes, so-
original mother tongue.
Yes, so I
Marathi.
want to ask you that.
Yes.
तो उसके पीछे क्या सोच थी? मराठी और तेलुगु अभी I think recently अभी
Yes.
about translation.
Yes. No, I want to bring the beauty and of course all of this I want to take all India.
Yes.
But also I have taken it to the
Where the
world,
story actually
the
came from.
UN, and we went to Harvard and Massachusetts. But the most important thing was that I wanted to, first of all, pay homage to the original
Yes.
inspiration, which was the Marathi. In fact, as I was saying, when we launched this in Marathi edition in Mumbai just a week ago or 3-4 days ago, I said that it was like coming back to Maika. You know, Maheri ala ahe.
Maheri, Maika कहते हैं
मायके,
मराठी
हाँ
में।
मराठी में मायका को कहते। तो मायके में क्यों? Because even in writing the original novel, I had to translate from Marathi into English because so many poems I have
जी
used,
जी 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 जी
so many illusions, abhangas. The title itself, Swallowing the Sun, is taken from Saint Muktabai, this woman saint
Oh.
of the 13th century. Her abhang, the devotional verse,
Beautiful.
which talks about miracles, that you can make miracles if you dare, if you keep faith, and if you persist. So the characters in this book, and at the national level also, national leaders, dare to do something that seems impossible. So that is the idea behind the book.
Amazing. You spoke about magic and spirituality. So that's another aspect which which is common in both of you. And I want to ask you, Hardeep ji, about the Joda Sahib. There's been a lot of conversation around that. तो उसके पीछे की क्या लेगेसी रही है?
देखिए, ऐसा है कि I am 73 years old, and at least from the time I was 5 or 6, I remember when my parents were my father was going on his first posting to Germany. I remember visiting Rohtak Road and doing darshan of the Joda Sahib.
जी.
ये मतलब we are talking about 68 years ago या 67 years ago.
और उस वक्त वो आपके किसी रिश्तेदार
मैं उसी पे आ रहा हूँ। तो उस समय जो मेरे को समझ आए, that was my first exposure to another thing. उसके बाद सेकंड हुआ कि जब मैं फॉरेन सर्विस में आया 1974 में, तो किसी रिश्तेदार ने कहा कि आपको ये सेवा के साथ जुड़ना चाहिए. ऑलमोस्ट सेइंग कि somebody had it, but they were not, the people who had it were no more. जब मैं सेक्रेटरी इकोनॉमिक रिलेशंस बना 2008 में, तब मेरे को फॉर्मली किसी ने बोला कि मुझे याद नहीं किसने बोला कि आप देखिए, आप नाउ यू हैव, मैंने कहा टेक ओवर द केयर, सेवा करना. मैंने उस समय कहा, मैंने द ट्रांसफरेबल जॉब, देयर नो इशू, आई विल नॉट बी एबल टू डू इट बिकॉज आई एम ट्रांसफर. तो वही हुआ 2008 में मैं दिल्ली लौटा. 2009 में मेरी न्यूयॉर्क, I went to New York, UN ambassador to the UN. I came back ultimately in 2014. कब आया? हाँ, 2013-14 में आया. Now they were in the physical custody of my cousin's wife, Manpreet, whom we have given full credit to. She and I got in touch with each other, and first give you the family history. The published account in something called the Mahankosh, we probably have a copy. You should maybe look at the Mahankosh, the copy, and maybe if it's not gone for translation, and that section. It's published in 1930. That says that two ancestors of the Puri family were doing seva of Guru Maharaj, that is Guru Gobind Singh, and Mata Sahib Kaur, which is his third wife, who's called the Mata of the Khalsa.
Mata of the Khalsa.
When the Khalsa was established, she was regarded as the तो उन्होंने सेवादार और भी बड़े लोग सेवा, जब इन दोनों से पूछा आपको हम व्हाट कैन वी डू टू एक्नॉलेज योर सेवा, तो उन्होंने बोला आपकी अपनी कोई जायदाद दे दीजिए एक्सेट्रा. एंड देन इट वेंट टू द होली जोड़े साहब. सो द लेजेंड गोज दैट ईच ऑफ देम गॉट वन ईच.
अच्छा,
वन ईच.
अच्छा, एक मिला, एक
मिला दोनों को. मतलब दोनों सेवादार थे, दोनों एक ही विलेज के थे, धमियाल के. तो मैं प्रिज्यूम के इकट्ठे जाएंगे. जो हमारी फैमिली में जो जोड़े साहब है, उसकी हिस्ट्री हमारे पास पूरी है. मेरी जो नॉलेज है वो कहां से शुरू होती है, वो लेट मी शो मी माई फादर्स बुक, दिस माई फैमिली ट्री है. आई कैन एट सम स्टेज यू कैन टेक अ फोटोकॉपी ऑफ दिस ऑल्सो. This is my grandfather. This is my great grandfather. Okay, he is a surgeon general in the army. This is my father. Okay, but the family tree is very interesting. ये है करतार सिंह पुरी is my grandfather.
जी.
He is the son of Dr. Seva Singh. Okay, सर्जन जनरल हॉस्पिटल रावलपिंडी.
जी, आपने बताया. हाँ. जी.
इनके दो और भाई हैं, डॉक्टर, वो भी डॉक्टर. ये जो डॉक्टर सुरजन सिंह है, उनके भाई.
जी.
ये इनके लड़के थे सरदार बहादुर ब्यान सिंह पुरी.
अच्छा जी.
ओके, ये पब्लिक प्रोसिक्यूटर थे रावलपिंडी में. वो 1947 में पार्टीशन में दिल्ली आया, रोहतक रोड रहे.
जी.
रोहतक रोड आई थिंक 22 नंबर इफ आई रिमेंबर करेक्टली. उस रोड का नाम ही रख दिया बिकॉज ऑफ द जोड़े साहब गुरु गोबिंद सिंह मार्ग. अच्छा. तो उनके लड़के थे सरदार अवतार सिंह पुरी, वॉज अ मेंबर ऑफ द फ्रंटियर मिलिट्री सर्विस. उनके लड़के थे जसमीत, हुए माई कजन. जब उनकी डेथ हुई देन मनप्रीत गॉट इन टच विद मी. उनकी विल में यह था कि प्रॉपर्टी विल गो टू हुएवर looks after the Jode Saab. So वो शुरू हुआ, and you know what happens in these things. But Manpreet was very good. She was very good. She told me the other day she met when we went Gurdwara Moti Bagh. She met a friend of mine. हमारा friend है दलजीत, मेरे साथ स्कूल में था. And Daljit and Jasmeet knew each other. So she used to tell Daljit मैं कैसे मैनेज करूं इन लोगों को, और you know, and she wanted to do what is right.
Absolutely.
तो दलजीत ने उसको बोला कि हरदीप जी से बात कर लो, he'll be able to manage it for you. Much before I became even, she contacted him. जब कांटेक्ट हमारा हुआ एटसेट्रा, इट्स अ लॉन्ग स्टोरी. आई वेंट टू माय बॉस हु वाज एब्सोल्युटली क्लियर एंड ही सेड इफ यू थिंक द राइट थिंग इज डूइंग देन यू शुड गो अबाउट इट द करेक्ट वे. इनकी कार्बन 14 टेस्टिंग भी करवा लो, इनका बाकी भी करा लो.
वो भी हुआ उसका पूरा.
एक जगह नहीं, 3 जगह हुआ, मैंने सुना है. फिर हमने देन मनप्रीत हैंडेड देम ओवर टू द इंदिरा गांधी नेशनल सेंटर फॉर आर्ट्स. उन्होंने इसकी रेस्टोरेशन की, उन्होंने कार्बन टेस्टिंग की, प्रेजेंट अभी भी. तो देन प्राइम मिनिस्टर फेल्ट दैट वी शुड डू इट कि नहीं, क्योंकि हमारी कम्युनिटी भी बड़ी रोबस्ट है. जितने लोग हैं उतने व्यूज हैं. किसी ने बोला मेरी गुरुद्वारे में होनी चाहिए, किसी ने बोला हाँ होनी चाहिए. सो प्राइम मिनिस्टर डिसाइडेड विद इनपुट्स दैट वी शुड फॉर्म अ कमिटी ऑफ डिस्टिंग्विश्ड पीपल. सो श्रीराम कॉलेज ऑफ कॉमर्स की प्रिंसिपल है डॉक्टर सिमरत कौर, हुज अ वेरी प्रोफेसर ऑफ मैनेजमेंट दिल्ली यूनिवर्सिटी. वो जस्टिस सिस्तानी दिल्ली हाईकोर्ट के जज, हर्षदीप कौर सिंगर, एक हमारे फिलंथ्रोप हैं एसपीएस ओबरॉय, दुबई में रहते हैं. जो हमारी बच्चियां जाती हैं, दे गेट ट्रैफिक्ड और प्रॉब्लम हो जाती है, यू नो, ही गिव्स ब्लड मनी, ही सेव्स दोज गर्ल्स. 3 MLAs, one from J&K, Narinder Raina, Gurveer Brar from Rajasthan, and Chima from Chhattisgarh, Uttarakhand. Then, this committee went into it. They made a recommendation. They said Patna Sahib jana chahiye. Then the committee members went and called on the Prime Minister. I was there. Prime Minister said very good. Then I contacted the Gurdwara committees of Delhi and Patna Sahib. Both of them welcomed it. The SGPC came on board. They also blessed it. बीच में हिकअप्स हुए. There are a lot of people who will try and derail it कि ये नहीं है, वो नहीं है. Authenticity की बात तो ज्यादा नहीं की, but so that yatra for 1506 kilometers started from Delhi on the 23rd and reached Patna Sahib on the 30th. From Delhi. Delhi से पहले घर आए. It was not that they were with us. It was still with the IGNC. वो तो हमने पहले दिन तय कर लिया था किसी के.
घर में नहीं रखना.
नहीं, घर में नहीं रखना, सवाल ही नहीं. बट सिंस द फैमिली वाज देयर, सो हमारी सारी फैमिली यहाँ इकट्ठी हुई.
सब यहाँ इकट्ठे
हुए फैमिली के लिए. उन्होंने दर्शन किए. फिर मोतीबाग साहब गुरुद्वारा गए. रात में पालकी में पड़े रहे. तो वहां पे दिल्ली की चीफ मिनिस्टर, डिग्नेटरीज आए. अगले दिन वहां से फरीदाबाद. एंड द रिस्पॉन्स टू द यात्रा वॉज ओवरवेलमिंग. मेरे को चीफ मिनिस्टर हरियाणा के फोन करते हैं, हरदीप जी मुझे कहा कि 2 बजे मैं पहुंच जाऊं यहां पे दोपहर को. मैंने कहा सर 2 बजे तो दिल्ली से नहीं निकल पाएंगे, आप कहां कर रहे हो. आप अगले दिन आना जब यात्रा वहां से चलने वाली होगी. वही हुआ. 2 बजे कहां हुआ. रात को कितने बजे? 1 बजे पहुंचे. 1 बजे पहुंचे रात को फरीदाबाद. अगले दिन गए, हम पहुंचे, वहां पे चले. एंड एवरीवेयर कोई और रास्ता भी बहुत इन्होंने रूट ऐसा रखा तो ऑल द सिख संगत में कि जहां गुरुद्वारे हैं वहां पे एक जगह में कुछ ब्रिज था, वो यात्रा चली गई, वो एक आदमी लेट गया वहां पे सामने, कहता नहीं मैंने तो सेवा करनी है, मेरे को लंगर बनाया हुआ सबके लिए और मैं अपने हाथ से सब गाड़ियों में पेट्रोल और डीजल भरूंगा एट माई कॉस्ट, मैं तो निकलने नहीं दूंगा। इट्स अ सेवा, इट्स
लोग झाड़ू लगा रहे थे, स्वीपिंग,
और एंड 31 तारीख को जब पटना साहब पहुंचे जी, उस समय गवर्नर साहब थे, इज एन ओल्ड फ्रेंड बाय द वे, आई शुड नॉट रेफर हिम, बट समबडी आई हैड द प्रिविलेज ऑफ फ्रेंडशिप विद गोइंग बैक व्हाट 40 years or so. सो वो पहुंचे, देयर वाज एन इंटरफेथ इवेंट टेकिंग प्लेस देयर, जिसमें सेरेंडिपिटी उसमें वो हमारे अजमेर शरीफ के जो चिश्ती हैं, अगेन वी हैड सेलिब्रेटेड 800 years of अजमेर शरीफ व्हेन वी वर इन न्यूयॉर्क, सो वेरी क्लोज फ्रेंडशिप्स है, सब लोग थे, बाकी संगत थी, ह्यूज इवेंट। तो तब मैं जब पहुंचे वहां पे, नेक्स्ट डे दे वर इन द गुरुद्वारा इन द मॉर्निंग, एंड on the second, that is yesterday, PM happened to be in Patna on उनकी रोड शो थी पटना में, तो he also went for the darshan. He has been very gracious. But all this I may give full marks to the PM. मैं तो I know my weaknesses. मैं तो आज सोचा था कि इसमें झंझट क्या, एक राहुल भाटिया को बोलते हैं एक प्लेन में 50 सीट दे दे, सारे रिश्तेदारों को ले जाते हैं, जोड़ा साहब को ले, यहां से टेक ऑफ करेंगे, पटना लैंड करके गुरुद्वारे के देके खत्म। But PM was very clear. He was very clear. He said, if your family has done seva for 300 years, you have to, you owe it to your responsibility to do a proper yatra. And then everybody helped out. I must say, people have been gracious, spontaneous. मैंने किसी को फोन किया कि मैंने ऐसे we want to buy a palki for, because ग्रंथ साहब एक पालकी में जाएगा, जोड़े साहब। The person I was speaking to, he said, no, sir, this will be a seva from my side.
क्या बात है।
और तो फिर मैंने उस किसी और को दूसरे को, because we wanted another one, तो बात की, etc., etc. One of my friends who's sitting here, he said, ये सेवा मेरी तरफ से होगी। It's a divine, intervention. It just moves.
It's just absolutely fantastic. कमाल है। बहुत ही इंटरेस्टिंग कॉन्वर्सेशन रही है, आप लोगों के साथ मन हो रहा है कि बस चलते रहें,
कंटिन्यू किया जाए, बट मे बी वी शुड लेटर, बिकॉज आई हैव नाउ टू
एब्सोल्युटली
आई हैव
तो बस मैं कंक्लूड करूंगा इस चीज से। 50 साल हो गए आपकी मैरिज को, 9th Feb आई थिंक आपकी एनिवर्सरी थी।
हमारी शादी 2 दिन हुई।
अच्छा,
वो ऐसा है, इनके फादर बड़े सीनियर वकील, लॉ सेक्रेटरी भी रह चुके थे, तो कहा कि गुरुद्वारे में करा दो, बट यू आर फ्रॉम डिफरेंट रिलीजन, and I am very clear, I respect her religion, and that's why you didn't ask a question about religion. I believe in piety, but not so much in formal religion. I respect religion. तो फादर ने बोला कि for the marriage to be effective in law, you should get married under Special Marriages Act. अब Special Marriages Act में पहले शादी करनी या दूसरे में करनी, तो ये तय हुआ, पहले हमारा रजिस्टर वो आएंगे क्वाइटली वो आए, वो प्रदीप तो घोष हमारे मित्र हैं, वो दिल्ली के एडीएम थे, वो आए, उन्होंने हमारा रजिस्ट्री कराया, उनको केक खिलाया, अगले दिन गुरुद्वारे में शादी करवा ली। सो दैट इज वाई 8th and 9th।
क्या बात है। तो ये 50 साल की जो मैरिज है, मैं इंट्यूटिवली फील कर रहा हूं, इट इज यू गाइस आर एन रॉकिंग टीम।
I don't know about that, but yeah. Rocking, I don't know, my knees are so,
But 2-3 चीजें हैं which you think worked for you guys as a couple.
I think I would say compatibilities at several levels. One was, as I mentioned earlier, I think intellectual, and he also mentioned.
Yes.
I think there was some kind of tuning intellectually that we have had, and also some of it probably comes from sharing the same profession, but sometimes you can even have conflict if you are in the same profession. And there were, as in the journey, we had our ups and downs in terms of, professional differences or, separation, because of the fact that we were in this profession. But I think what we share in terms of our beliefs, intellectual inclinations. I think all of that really made for. The second thing is I think, what I find about him is that he is very steadfast in his love and his giving, and generous in that, in everything that he does. He doesn't hold back. And so that is something that also, makes you feel that you must reciprocate. In equal measure, if not more. And and mutual respect. Also, he mentioned religion. I have embraced the tenets of Sikhism. I really am so overwhelmed with gratitude and love for the Sikh Gurus and who they were and what they gave us. As much as he is, a devotee of the Tirupati, and we go every year to Venkateshwara temple in Andhra Pradesh. So there are these, we have kind of immiserated ourselves in each other's culture and religious backgrounds, and fused one in the other, and that common spiritual seeking is as much a bond as anything. That's why we call, and then now we have developed telepathy. Before I can say anything, he will say what I was going to say, and vice versa. It's
most of the time I know what instructions are coming to me. So compliance is easier. I don't know how many years you've been married, but that's a good formula.
Okay.
Always.
It's a good cover for the other way round.
Compliance is the key. And if you are proactively compliant, nothing like it. Hardeep ji,
and also I would say that he's been such a good father as well to our daughters, very empowering father, as much as mine was to me. So that's something else and he's a great champion of women's rights. Everybody,
absolutely,
even supports women's participation in every sphere of life, and he has been very much for he for she. So that's all of that, endears him to me, and that's what makes us soulmates.
No, I'll sum it up. I'll say that one is that any marriage, and certainly one that is 50 years and has potential to go on more, is based on adjustment and accommodation. I think accommodation is more thing. I don't think anybody can turn around and say, we've had issues that sometimes we couldn't go on a posting together, or if we went on a posting together, it meant slightly less for one or the other, but we adjusted. Yes. We had to take that sort of thing. But I don't think...
We have been told, by the way, I have been told, if you had not adjusted, you would have done this. Or he has been told you would have gone to this place if you had not.
So yes. I mean, that's all a lot of BS. Let me say, in my life, I give her the entire credit. She has held it together. जब मेरे को मोदी जी ने अपनी टीम में लिया, तो मैंने इनको बताया. She immediately said, I'm coming back. I said, are you sure you're giving up an Assistant Secretary General's job? She went to the SG there, and Antonio Guterres, within a few days. He says, I know Hardeep will want you back, but please don't leave immediately. I have to advertise the job. Because those jobs at that level are not just appointment. And because she came back, I was able to function more effectively. She took over many of the things. When I fight an election, she campaigns, she takes charge. Even on the Jode Saab, since you started with that, I mean, most of the discussions with Minnie Manpreet, she has done, getting the family together. So there is I do some part which I have to do, but I think that is that complementarity that where one layer adds strength to the other. It's not that one person is pulling in one direction, the other. Of course, we have differences of views. Luckily, on some foreign policy issues, we are totally agreed now, as are most people. But even if there have been times. I mean, so all I'm saying is that we have See, one thing that I think people tend to forget, and this is an intuition, that if you want to spoil a relationship, it's easy. That's because you don't count the manifold benefits that making it work has.
Absolutely.
Blessings.
And blessings that you get. So that's all I can say.
Hardeep ji, Lakshmi ji, it was an absolutely amazing conversation with you. Thank you for opening up your
Well,
heart.
thank you very much. I mean, as I said, when I looked at you, I said, this is not something, this will flow. And it will flow in areas where you are. So thank you so much. Greatly appreciate it.